All right. Listen. Hello, everybody. Welcome. I got some guests with me today. Let me mute some mics. There we go. All right, this your girl Shaw Speaks, and today we are gonna do a review on the movie Acrimony. If you do not remember the movie Acrimony, it starred Taraji P. It came out in 2018. Listen, so y'all already know me. It's your girl Shaw Speaks. I am the rapper, the content creator, the mom, the preacher, the dancer, the business uh graphics designer. You know, I do a little tings. But I got some guests with me and I want y'all to meet them. Let's introduce ourselves. Let's go around the room. Let's introduce ourselves. Let me unmute them.
It's Digits, Bless number 7, HDC, ENT, Heavy Disciples Crew, uh, rapper, actor, skit maker, dad, you feel me? Detailing business, all that, man, all in one, just multi everything, So yeah, that's why if you don't know me, I go by Digits, Bless number 7. Some people might even know me as well.
Ladies first.
Okay, you ain't gotta tell me twice. My name is Marissa. Gainesville's own. I'm a licensed mental health counselor, business owner, daughter, newly engaged, fiance. Um, yes, that's me. It's your girl. Just here to add my input into this wonderful topic and see how this conversation goes.
All right, I'm Jeremy. JG. Everybody call me JG. High school football, basketball coach, father, son, bass player, fisherman, a bunch of different things. I like to call myself a movie buff, so I'm interested about this topic tonight.
Okay, so while we speaking on this topic, I saw a post today from Digits. He was like, "Who saw the movie Acrimony? I want to debate. Let's talk about it because I'm confused." I simply put, she crazy, and because there's so many layers to it, there was a reason why I said what I said. But let the people know like why you decided to like watch it and how we got here to do this live.
Okay, so boom. I've been hearing about the movie. I really sit down and watch too many movies, to be honest. But last night I was like, man, listen, I got time. I'm scrolling through I'm scrolling through Tubi, so I knew it was kind of old because I'm scrolling through Tubi. But I remember somebody was just talking about it like a couple weeks ago, so I decided to watch it. And I'm watching it, and I'm like, you know what? Like, the beginning, she holding Buddy down, like she doing the thing, and he did seem like a user. You know what I'm saying? He seemed like, especially with the cheating and stuff he did from the beginning. You know what I'm saying? It's I, like I feel like he was. I would believe her story from the if I only seen the beginning. You know what I mean? Like, girl, yeah, you right. Like, you know what I'm saying? That dude ain't no good. But then once you know, see like towards the end of everything, you realize like you kind of got to take into consideration like, was Buddy really a user, or was he really just somebody that was like, hey, I'm trying my best to, you know what I'm saying, make something happen, and I just need you to hold me down, and you know, we gonna be all right once this, you know, once my invention come true. But I don't know, man. I got so many other questions. I'm gonna let somebody else speak, but I got so many more questions. I go on for days about it because I'm still just confused. But I want to see what y'all think.
Somebody said, "Is there a part two?" I don't know. I don't
I
know.
don't
No,
know.
I don't think it is, but everybody been wanting a part two. I mean, the way I took it was that over time she got real resentful for waiting,
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
it's kind of like you waiting and waiting and waiting and nothing happening, and so you get tired of it. So I didn't take it as I did too. Like I was like you too. Like if I would have just saw the beginning, I would have believed her story or whatever. But like as the movie went on, you could tell that I felt that he was passionate about what he was trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Like he was trying to get his stuff sold when nobody really. So I felt like, halfway through the movie, I felt like, okay, Buddy really out here trying to grind and get his, so he could make her happy. Because I know, he probably felt like Bay having to do everything. You know what I'm saying? She been holding me down for X amount of years or
Mhm.
whatever, whatever. So like when she decided to put him out and she decided to leave Buddy,
That's where I'm at with it.
you see what I'm
It's
saying?
like, come
And
on
the
now.
man he's still
Yeah,
trying to come back and like
he
break her
did.
off. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like
Yep.
which I felt was, more than right.
Yep.
But she ain't
But he
want
ain't
that. She
have to.
wanted him back. But it done moved on with his life. You put the man out. You see what I'm saying? You put him out. He done moved on, but he still had, he still had it in his heart to like come back and be like, I'm gonna give you something because it's just as much as mine as it is yours. Like
It's
you was
not
there
cheap.
through the struggle, and she didn't want that, man. And then she snapped. So yeah, I'm with I'm
I,
with Shanti crazy.
yeah, and listen, I agree with the comment. You know what I'm saying? Because she was like, she basically said need to be a part two because you know what I'm saying. Like once you give somebody up, like here's the thing, like because I said this on the same comment that I wrote. Because somebody like, hey, like I don't blame her because she was doing this, she was doing that, holding down stuff like that, and then so she do deserve, to be back in that spot. But at the end of the day, it's like even
No,
now, you can't divorce anybody with a clause. You can't. That's what I'm saying. You divorcing me with a clause saying, "Hey, we gonna stay divorced unless you make some of yourself, and then
Mhm.
you gotta come back, or else I'm gonna get mad." You know what I'm saying? You wrong. You green. You know what I'm saying?
right.
And that's not right. So at the end of the day, and then like once he even made it and he came back to her for that split second, she was still even in that same mindset. Oh, we ain't never get back together. Or who you borrowed this suit from? You know what I'm saying? And it's
Hmm.
like, come on, dog. Like you still throwing jabs.
Yeah,
And I'm steady telling you, I still love you. I'm still in love with you. You
yeah,
still throwing jabs.
yeah.
But when you give somebody no other choice but to move on, what you think? Like you get mad at me for doing what you wanted me to do, right?
Right.
You feel me? Like it just don't make sense. You know what I'm saying,
That
Dad?
it
And,
doesn't
and
click to you that this chick in my spot. But the
yeah,
man tried to come back.
he tried to come
You know
back.
what I'm saying?
You know what
Like
I'm
he
saying?
did his part.
Yeah.
He did
But
his part. But I feel like it's a lot of, and no disrespect to y'all women, I do feel like it's a lot of women out there that do that sometimes. Like they don't want you until somebody else got you.
I gotta kind of agree with it. Like, okay, all right.
I'm
I'm
just
gonna try
saying.
my. I'm gonna try my. Go ahead, sis.
Pause. Did she not want him no more?
Yeah, she
She
said she didn't
did,
want
but
no
then
more.
she did. She didn't want him no more, and then she did want him.
Exactly.
Pause. Did we not see her run into that trailer he had because he was
True.
in the trailer with the other girl
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
yeah,
And so by the time it was time for her to like trust us, so in that conversation, when he came back to the house, he was offered 800,000, but they've also at the same time found that girl wallet in the truck.
yeah. Now that was just
So
unfortunate.
it just kind of messed her mind
Yeah,
up. Like,
yeah,
dang, he cheated on me
yeah,
again,
yeah,
but she ain't know the facts.
yeah.
But
Right.
That's true.
she
That's true.
fired. Okay,
That's true.
set aside. Marissa, I ain't hear you say nothing.
Man, because y'all got my mind running, man. So my thing is, and I haven't seen the movie in a while, but it sounded like Buddy was really down and out, right? He had a
Yeah,
lot of stuff going on. So my thing is, as a man, if he had all these different things going on, he wasn't where he needed to be financially, he just wasn't in a good place.
yeah.
Why wasn't it his responsibility before the cheating, before all the other stuff, to step back and say, "Hey, I ain't ready for this relationship"?
But well, if you don't, I can speak on that. Because I can feel like this. Like if he was in love with her still. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, so you mean to tell me because financially I'm not where I want to be financially, I shouldn't be with you. Like I can only get with you when I'm financially stable. That's not love. That's based on what I can bring to you financially. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's like I feel like he was wrong in the cheating, and then I can empathize with her too because look at all the years that passed by with holding him down. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
so I understand that,
18
but
years.
like say it again, sir.
18 years.
Yeah, 18 years. So I totally understand that part. But I mean, for just to kind of go off what you were saying, why did he leave? You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of people feel that way. You know what I'm saying? Leave if you're gonna cheat, leave. But I mean, it was love. And he never did it again. Although the last circumstance made it look like he did again, that man would really just focus on his machine. That's it. So, you know, I feel like he could have got himself a job in the meantime and helped her out. Now that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? You need to get your butt up and you need to go work your 8 hours and then get back to your machine when you come home. I ain't finna have, as a man, I'm not finna have my wife around there working no 2 jobs to support us. And I'm using up all electricity. I'm doing all this and that to, you know what I'm saying, to support our future. I'm gonna support
Mhm.
our future and our present. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he was wrong in that, you know. So yeah, but I mean,
But I guess I can understand your perspective because I'm just like, if he started off not having it, because I can't remember the start off part. If he started off, he ain't have it, and she still married him anyway.
yeah,
And like she knew that it was a come up type situation. Like my man don't got it, I'ma hold it down. If she started off like that,
true,
then the resentment that's built up, she need to be questioning herself to a certain
Right.
extent because you
right,
knew what you was walking into from the start. And if you had a problem with that walking into that from the start, then hey,
yeah,
that's on you because you know what you got going on. If you're gonna hold your man down like that, you're gonna hold him down till he come up. But no
yeah.
matter how long it take, if that's the commitment that you want to make as a woman.
That's true. That's true. That's true. Oh, sorry. Somebody else had something to say. My bad. My bad.
I looked at, okay, when she was driving over to his trailer that night because he thought she was cheating, right? She
Yeah.
said, there's something about me on the inside of me that he don't even know yet. A piece of her knew she was crazy. A piece of her
Yeah.
knew she
Yes,
was
he did.
impulsive, but she
Yeah.
did not tell him. He didn't know she had like mental issues.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
feel like sometimes in relationships, people know they have these ticks about them, but
Yeah.
because they want to be attached to people so much, they'll keep
Mm-hmm.
that hidden in secret. And then all it takes is something simple to trigger you, and it's like
Yeah.
Boom.
boom.
Yeah. That's true.
But
Mm-hmm.
I think for me, okay, she caught him with the cheating. Her nose went to bleeding. She went to the hospital. She couldn't have no babies no more.
Yeah.
You cheated, and I done put myself in a situation where. Do you think he married her out of guilt?
No,
No, I
no.
think he loved her.
I
Love
think he
or
loved
guilt?
her.
I
I
think he
think
loved her.
she married him out of too much already invested. You know what I mean?
Not yet, not yet. Because think about it. When she hit him with that trailer, they were still like technically dating. Do you
Right.
think he married her because he needed a place to stay? Because she tipped over his house. You
That's
know,
true.
No.
I ain't gonna lie to
But
you. Some dudes do
that's
that. They need a place to stay. So, hey, baby, I love you. Come on.
that's kind of true. But I think that maybe it was both. It could have been both. Because at the end of the day, it's like I love you and I love to have a place to stay right now. So you
I
got
got
both
no,
of them. Let's
I ain't
get
got
it.
no place to stay.
You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Yeah.
Call
Yeah,
me.
he was so I don't know. I feel like at first, like I said, at first it did seem like he was a con man. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? It really did. It was like, even like when they'll sit at the bench, you like, well, I don't know how I'm gonna make it to, if he does call, I don't know how I'm gonna make it to the appointment. I don't have a car. And it's like he waiting on her to say, I'm gonna buy you a car. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't know how I'm gonna do this and do that. Oh, we need, and it's like, but then that's still on her because her sister tried to warn her then. Her sister was more so like, hey, listen,
Mm-hmm.
don't tell him about this money. So if it wasn't for her ever telling about his money, I wonder if he would ever stayed. So that's a good question. It's like, would he have stayed then?
Also, too, do you think she stayed because her mama died and she just needed something to attach herself to? Because never in the story do you see a father figure in this story for her.
Right.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Because some girls, daddy wasn't there. So this is the first man who ever told me they love me. Now, what, I'm going to take the cheating. I'm going to take the abuse. I'm going to take the neglect. You can even tell their intimacy wasn't even hitting and it wasn't even on point because he was just so focused in trying to make the dream happen that
Yeah.
it was just like she just kind of over the years grew bitter and bitter and bitter.
Yeah. Yeah.
This
But
how I looked at
I
it.
blame
Oh,
both
go
of them.
ahead.
Go
I
ahead.
blame both. I blame both of them. We still there? Y'all hear me?
We still popping. Okay, there you go.
I blame both of them. I think they both responsible for the play at hand. Cause she should have been woman enough to say, hey, like either I'm gonna sit here and support without building resentment because this the decision that I'm making, right? Or she should have let that man go till he got to not necessarily financial where he wanted to be, but more so like a place of fulfillment for his life. Because even if he wasn't there financially, he could have been working and still feel fulfilled as a man. And while he working on his goals, he didn't have to use her to that extent, and she didn't have to allow him to use her to that extent. So technically, they both was, to me, in my eyes, they both were feeding off of each other at some kind of place of desperation and need emotionally. They both was filling a void. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, so if somebody would have been the responsible party in the situation, it probably wouldn't have played out to the extent that they did. But they, like Shaw just said, no father figure, and he was out of a place of need. You know what I'm saying? He needed this, he needed that. Like, and he grew to love her for that. But then on the other hand, too, if you love her so much, why you cheated on her?
What?
See, at that stage, they was what, still in college or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like they say, they was just kind of like dating around at that point.
Oh, okay, remind me because I ain't seen it in a while.
Yeah. So like, yeah, he cheated, but like once they got married, I don't think he ever did it again. So for me, I can look at it from the standpoint of here go a dude who is like, because you got people like that, right? They head down, they working hard, they love somebody, so they gonna work extra hard at this one thing to make it pop, so that they can make them happy and they can make themselves happy or whatever. So that's how I kind of looked at it toward the end or toward the middle of the movie. Like it wasn't that he was ever using her. It just seemed that way.
JG, digits.
Yeah.
Would you ever propose to a woman with a bubblegum ring?
Right,
Yeah.
that's a real question.
Hey,
Seriously.
hey,
Seriously.
hold on. Let me be
Yes.
real. Nah, I ain't gonna propose to one if I ain't got no money to take care
That's
of
what
off
I'm
real.
saying. If you ain't got the money
So,
to do
but
the thing,
but
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 if that particular lady, a female, don't care about that kind of stuff,
I was come on, Jay,
you got women like that.
come on now, because
They don't care about the materialistic.
they
They
don't.
care about you. They care about how
That's
you make them
real.
feel.
That's
They care
real.
about the emotional attachment that they have to you.
That's real.
Now, as a man, we may be like, well, I ain't got this, that, and the third, and I want to be able to provide X, Y, and Z for you. So, as a man, we may say no, but you got some women out there who be like, oh, I don't care about none of that because they so gung ho about getting married, or they just so gung ho about keeping that man. I know y'all know females like that.
She
So
was drinking.
they don't care about the materialistic, at least at that point in time.
Yeah,
I feel most women do that so they can have you, and now once they got you, Negro, you need to get up and do something. Negro, you need to go do this. I need this and I need that. But once they
that's
got
real.
you,
so that's a
That's a
piece
good
of
yeah.
point.
Say it
But
again.
I feel
she
like
accepted the
Taraji letting
bubble.
that. I ain't feel like she did that. I feel like she actually like loved him genuinely for who he was. Didn't care about the money. Didn't care about material things, and that she was gonna help him see his dream through. Now, I think what a miscommunication between them came in was I don't think she ever cared about him, becoming this big success.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? But for him, it was important, and it was important to him
You
so
feel
he
like
could
you
provide
promoted
for
his
her.
dream?
Yes.
Mm.
So
What
that's
about
how I
the
took it.
video? Remember
About
they had
what
the
about the
video
dream?
together. Some electric battery thing he made.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, it was
It's
something that
better
was
to
going to make
charge
him a
yourself.
ton of money, and it did. It made him a ton of money. And so I feel like, that's where the communication crossed. She never cared, but she wanted to support him. And he was all, gung ho about making sure he could provide for her. And
but you
so when them wires get crossed like that, like I knew actual people like that. Like one person was, we got to have this and we got to have that. I want to be able to do this. And the other person was just like, I just want you. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like I say, you got people out there that's in that type of predicament, with,
Timu sell $5 range. You telling me I can go on the Timu,
but
baby.
listen, but listen though. Hold on though. So if he would have got you a ring off
$10.
Timu, you still would have been like, man, this might as well been a bubblegum machine.
Did you see that machine
listen.
ring?
My dog did
That
come out with a
was
jelly
big.
he,
ring.
he did.
My
He
dog
did.
came with a jelly with a blow pop.
Yeah.
Hey, but listen though, shot for real though, because it's like this. I feel like he would have had a better, he would have been off. It wouldn't look so bad if he would say, hey, babe, I'm messed up right now financially. I want to propose to you. I don't have a ring right now. I feel like
Right.
most women would accept that than accept the bubblegum ring. But the same women but listen, look what you say though. You know what I'm saying, Shy? At the end of the day, you rather accept the verbal proposal than the but then you have some women that's like, okay, well, why not accept the bubblegum ring then? If you're gonna accept the verbal, why not accept the bubblegum ring?
Yeah. So you
I ain't going with
you
it.
going with nothing.
They tell me I go with it.
I ain't going with it.
Come on. That's not this Marissa, what you say? If you'll accept the verbal, then why not accept the bubblegum ring?
Because I feel, and y'all tell me if I'm wrong, I'm not a man, but I feel like he not where he wants to be, so the relationship gonna be where it be in the proposal stage. So that's personally why I wouldn't accept it. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know what I mean, like I didn't go there because I just know like he financially not good. So if he not good and whole, like our relationship at some point is gonna have some type of deficit. It's not gonna be what it needs to be. So I would prefer like a verbal, like, oh, this is the direction that we're going into. We're going to a proposal. We're going towards marriage versus a bubblegum ring. Just work
So
on it. Just get the, just save your money. Just grind. Like,
Yeah.
let's do it
so so
wholeheartedly.
so what you mean personally is like personally, like okay, so what if you have a man that believes in his dream that much? You're not willing to stand behind them and like, hey, I don't have it
Yeah.
right now, but I will. Just
Yes.
trust
And
me.
then propose when you got it, babe. You get what I'm
But
saying?
that's 20 years later. That means y'all stacking up
Yeah.
for 18 years.
But
That part.
Y'all
You
been
listen,
never
stacking up
know
for
how long
18
that's
years.
gonna take. And if we
listen.
still together, we might as well be together for real, for
Stacking.
real.
18
But
years of
still though,
stacking.
like the man wasn't working. Wasn't she like supplying all his needs and everything? He could have
Yeah.
went and got a job. He could have been had his
But see,
titties
here go
But
the
out.
thing.
that's on
He could have
her.
been a
That
little
was
coochie
on
by
her
then.
That's on
because
her.
she felt she was gonna do everything that she could do to make sure his dream happened.
And that's control on her part.
But
That's
yeah,
why
You
she
see what I'm
went
saying?
crazy.
So like she gave him ample. She didn't want him working,
Control.
but
She
then
was
she started
controlling.
resenting him because nothing was popping.
She was
yeah,
controlling.
So that was on her.
She was controlling. And see,
Yeah.
it's a lot of women that's like that. And a lot of men get caught up because they think, oh, I got me a good woman because she
Yep.
doing X, Y, and Z. She helping me with this. They done fronted me this. They done paid the bill. They done did this. They did that. But really, that woman is controlling.
that's
And
true.
That.
when you end up getting on your feet, she like, well, I held you down. I did this and that.
Agreed.
But she did
Agreed.
all that because she wanted to control
Agreed.
you, and she controlled you when you was at your lowest. Now you done
Agreed.
came up. She can't let you be a man.
Agreed.
You see what I'm
Agreed.
That.
saying?
Yeah,
That's why she
I
went. That's
agree.
why she went
I agree.
crazy like that.
But
She wanted
Yeah.
control over
but
that
Yeah.
man.
She couldn't Roy. She couldn't rein buddy back in. So
yeah,
Mm-mm.
she
yeah.
went loco.
Okay, so let me ask this. So even though he had cheated and ended up marrying that girl later on down the line,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like he was wrong for marrying the same girl he cheated with? But also, let me say this, mind you, she's also the same woman that helped him get on his feet
Exactly.
for real, for real.
For real, for real. Like, so Taraji played a part in, okay, I'm gonna give you space to get your dream off the ground. Oh, girl did everything else. Like, she got it in the right hands and she
Yeah,
did all the other stuff that he
Mm-hmm.
needed to happen.
Shaw
yeah.
can't hold it.
We cannot forget her mother died and she had over $1 million. When she got out the hospital after being cheated on, he was like, I don't know, I'm gonna finish and get my degree. I have 2 semesters left. She sat there and paid over $200,000, saw him walk and get his degree, and he still wasn't working.
He tried. He
Yeah, he
tried though.
tried. That was the whole premise. Like, he had been working on this project since college that was gonna get him paid.
In jobs and bringing money when he could, and he operated like that because he knew she had more money still.
That's
Mm-hmm.
on her though. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, that's on her
Like I
because
say, I felt like she made him comfortable in that.
yeah.
Also, too, what I noticed is whoever supported him, all of a sudden he declared his love. He did the same cycle with the new lady.
I don't think nothing wrong with
Ooh.
that.
Nah, I gotta agree with her. I gotta agree.
I don't
Well,
think
I
nothing
don't think
wrong with that though. I mean, I ain't gonna say,
When
but
he
he was
moves
already with Taraji.
when he
yeah.
meets you, he declares his love to you.
And she kind of got a point. She kind of got a.
He wasted no time. He gave Taraji, he went to Taraji P. Job, said, I love you, gave her $10,000 in the deed to her mama house, and then turned around and proposed to the other lady.
Well, what
That
we
That was
supposed
because
to
Taraji
do?
did him wrong. Because
Yeah,
Taraji did him
she didn't
wrong.
want her
he
no
felt
more.
betrayed.
She didn't. You said she felt betrayed. He felt betrayed.
Taraji felt betrayed.
Why?
How
Because
exactly?
when she found the when the sister, okay, let's talk about them sisters too.
Yeah.
Because I believe they had a hand in pushing her
Oh
deeper
yeah,
Yeah.
to a point. Yes.
right?
Yeah.
So when they brought that wallet, all she could think about was the first time he cheated. Like, dang, you went back to this chick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so in her
Yeah.
mind, the whole time she like, leave, we're gonna get a divorce. Everything that's plaguing in her mind is, okay, he betrayed me again. He ain't loyal.
See, I'm agree with you. And what I feel like his fault in the whole thing was the fact that he never told his wife from the beginning that, hey, listen, babe, that same girl that I cheated with you with, she's working for what with premise and whatever it
But
was.
he didn't know that at the time, did
Yes,
he?
he did. He knew that. He knew that beforehand. He was
He
like, well, thank God you working here now because this is a blessing from God, da da da. But she hadn't called him yet. So
Yeah.
that night when he went home, he should have went home and told her, hey, listen, I know this don't sound right, but off the rip, babe, I want to let you know, it just so happened, the girl that you found me cheating with years ago, she's the executive at this firm I'm trying to be a part of. And I want you to know, just in case I have to keep in contact with her, I want you to know it's about business. And then the thing is, you're supposed to let your wife know, hey, listen, I will let you in on our conversation. When we go have coffee, you be there with us. So you know it's about business. You know what I'm saying? So he
He
was
knew that
wrong for
shit
even
wasn't gonna
keeping that.
happen. He
Huh?
knew that wasn't gonna go down like that.
But
What black
listen
woman
to
you
you,
know gonna go have coffee with a chick you done cheated with?
but listen though. But if you're gonna do it without her knowing, it's
It's
worse.
wrong.
It ain't no, I don't think it's a difference, cuz.
It
For one,
is.
your chick gonna tell you, Negro, you ain't going nowhere with
That's
nobody.
okay.
I don't care how much
Hold on.
money you can make.
Shy.
All of us on this phone are entrepreneurs. If you got several millions of dollars on the line, we
Boom.
finna go have coffee.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
We
That's what
talking
I'm
about
saying.
$500, millions of dollars.
That's what I'm saying. And then hold on. And this the fact. The fact is this: she knows years before that lady started working there that he was been trying to be a part of that business. That was
Right,
his routine, was to constantly bother them. You remember they said they'll ban him from the premises
right.
because he was always there, always there, always there. So she knows that's not out of his character to not
Reach out to that
go
company.
holler at them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, but he was wrong, like I said. Like that's like right now, like if I was to tell, you know what I'm saying, I'd be like, hey babe, you know, this place that I was, the place I've been trying to, be consistent with for years. Okay, the girl I cheated with, she's working there now. And I know
So
you
is your
probably
woman not gonna think that, well, what you gonna do with her to get in the door?
I'm gonna keep doing what I've been doing. Trying to get in there with
Is
him.
your woman not gonna say, what do you got to do to get in the door?
Okay, well, in that case, then I will give her the opportunity to say, hey, next time I go, anytime I go, I want you to come with me. You come with me so you can see for yourself that and if we need to, I'll give her your number then. And so she can call your phone and you can hand me the phone.
That's
However,
not
it was
good.
plenty of ways it could have been smoothed over.
But JG, you see what he did there? He gave his woman reassurance.
Yeah.
In the movie, I don't feel no reassurance was given to
None.
Taraji.
But ain't give her
He keeps
none.
stumbling over his words.
Yeah.
Because he knew this the chick who done ran through my house with a car. What can I say that's gonna make her believe me? Let's not forget now, she was still having trust issues. And now here it is, she find this same chick that been in your car. What could he say at that point that would make her comfortable or reassured by anything?
And I think another element that we also need to see is she has mental issues that nobody on her side of the family made him privy to. She didn't tell him, and they didn't tell him.
Right.
He's just thinking, oh, she caught me cheating and she just ran into the trailer. But they know for years, even as an adolescent, she got issues. My question to you is, would you want someone in the family to tell your significant other that, hey, this person has mental breakdowns?
No.
No. So you want to be just surprised?
Oh, you said if they told me that?
Yeah.
About my significant other? Oh, Yeah, I would, but I
Why
guess
would you
I
want to
said
tell
no
them
because
about
I'm thinking
you?
my people telling somebody about
you.
Why you wouldn't
me.
want to tell about you? That's messed up.
I mean, but no, this is what I'm saying. I feel like sometimes people could, and I guess for me, I know how to decipher
She
through
had a
certain things.
therapist.
Yeah, I know how to decipher through certain things. So if somebody was to tell me, then I could like accept it a certain way.
Shaw is
But
my
my
hero
people telling
too.
somebody something, nah, because ain't no telling how they gonna tell them.
No, that's
I'm
messed
gonna
Yeah,
come
up,
off more
yeah,
crazy
man.
than I actually am.
That's messed up, man.
girl, you right. You right.
So
Let
that's
me
why I
tell you.
say that.
It's
But
all about us to do our research and really get to know who we about to like get married to.
right, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true
I
now.
want to know that I'm getting married to somebody crazy.
Right, I
Well, not
would
Well,
too.
crazy, just
I definitely would.
Need a little help, you know?
yeah, need a little
Yeah,
help. We need to keep up with their therapist appointments.
yeah.
And that
And that
medication.
medicine.
You got a
Uh,
decision to make at that point.
yeah.
Do you want
But
to deal with all that, or you want to let it ride?
that's real.
because I believe if he knew that her mind would just go left, he would probably say more to give her reassurance. And
Yes,
probably would have did
Yeah.
more to not make her go left like that.
but
If
I
she
think
was in that
I
trash,
I took it as he wanted to, and he was, or that he was going to, but he got beat to the punch. And so at that point, what can you say now?
What
You
you
know what I'm
mean?
saying?
He got beat
Huh?
to the punch. Like when she
Like
get the
with her
car,
finding the wallet. So before he could tell her anything,
you got.
I
But
mean,
hold
he
on.
already beat.
But let's not forget, because he didn't even know that the wallet was there.
Right.
But that's what. Hold on. But there's a big but. But that's where he's still wrong at because he should have told his wife about them having that meeting. I'm sorry for
Mm-hmm.
having that
Yeah.
meeting because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be even in the same car with a girl you done cheated with, bro. You sleep like you really
Mm-hmm.
messing up, cuz.
But
oh,
you
that
It's
know,
not like you had to want something, and then that's your brother and your sister-in-law truck. Come
when
on, bro.
somebody is that driven about something, they ain't thinking about that.
Bro, nah, bro.
Like real talk, bro.
Nah, cuz.
We gonna think about it.
she
You
was
got some
doing
people
her
that's not that
mind.
emotionally attached
No.
that
She
ain't
was
gonna
doing
think
her
about it like that.
Say it
I
again,
feel
son.
like when you got somebody who ain't emotionally in tune with like situations like that, and they all about getting their thing off the ground or whatever, they're not gonna think about it in that manner or in that time frame. Me
I
and
agree.
you, yeah, we
Because
might.
she was
You see what
selfish.
I'm
She was
saying?
real
You might
selfish.
be like, well, before I do this, let me do that. But
Mm-hmm.
other people, I tell you what, take one of your cousins that you know pretty good. I don't see him doing nothing like that. I got a cousin, that's pretty successful.
Can y'all
He,
see me?
he ain't gonna do that. Like I
You
could
can hear me?
definitely see him being about
I can't
like
hear
this ain't
y'all.
number
I had a phone
business.
call coming. I can't hear y'all.
I ain't finna
I don't
say
know what's going
nothing.
on.
We can
I'll
hear you.
tell her about this later. Like that's the importance to him. So that's why I say that. Like I know people personally that have probably been in situation, well, not quite like that, but if they were put in that situation, I can see him doing that and be like, well, I'll just tell that girl about that later. Because that ain't
Shit, can't
important to
hear
them.
you.
What's important to them is
I don't know what
getting
happened.
their business done.
Phone call came in a mess. Everything up.
Yeah, I got to charge my phone now. Y'all done drank my little battery.
Come on, drink the battery. Okay, I took him out. Just I'm gonna have him log back in. Okay. Oh Lord. When I think about the sisters, I feel like they had her best interest at heart. Now, JG, as a man,
Mm-hmm.
do you feel like the brother-in-laws should have said, "Hey, bro, you need to be more of a provider. We understand you got this going on, but
Most definitely.
a little more." Because she was working two jobs. She already gave over $1 million. Now she's working two jobs to keep it up, and then she done put a mortgage on my house, and it was paid for in full.
Yeah, most definitely. They should have.
Like
They
having
should have been talking about
man
it.
should have pulled him to the side and said, "Hey, bro, listen." But I also understand too. Like some people are like, you know what? That ain't my marriage. It ain't my relationship.
Right.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I get that too, yeah, but they should have said something more to him, especially knowing her probably a little more than he do. They should have helped Buddy to what was going on, or help him out a little bit more than they did.
What you mean? You talking about the part when they was with the trucks?
Well,
Talking
I
about the
said
brother-in-law.
brother.
Hold on, my phone might cut up on
I
y'all.
said the sisters were always vocalizing how he needed to do more, or oh, you using my sister for her money. Do you think the brother-in-law just went to him man to man to say, hey, you're a husband now, maybe you should help a little bit more now? What do
Yeah,
you feel as a man?
yeah, De- definitely. I feel that way.
Or do you feel like, nope, that's their relationship, that's their marriage?
Well, yeah, because at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, if I, well, at the end of the day, because it's like maybe the brother-in-law might even know some insight about her attitude. You know what I'm saying? And they could have been like more so like, hey, I'm gonna stay out of it because I know how she get if you get in her way. Now I'm gonna let her sister take care of it. You know what I'm saying? And because that's blood. You know what I'm saying? So because there's sometimes like, you know what I'm saying, us as people in general, you might be like, man, I'm gonna let family take care of family. Yeah, I'm family, but I'm extended family. So there's certain things that I don't want to participate in due to the fact that I'm not blood.
But
You know what I'm
man to
saying?
man to man.
Man to man, but man to man, they still be set, like stepping over a boundary. You know what I'm saying? Now, I mean, because I feel like
You saw her
because they
lose a
might have,
whole $1 million of her inheritance. And where's the line that's drawn to say, man, I need to say something? She working 2 jobs. She done put that.
but it's 18 years invested in that. You done did this for 18 years. Who am I to say, hey sis, go get your dude to go get a job, bro? Like,
No,
you
no,
know
no,
what I'm saying?
no. You going to the man, not
No,
approaching her, but
but
you go to
but
the man.
okay. So even man to man,
Like
I
y'all go get
feel
that
like
and be like,
I
hey,
I still feel like I would be stepping out of bounds because
Thank you.
I don't know what they have.
We
And
can't do that sometimes, like
yeah, yeah,
especially with them sisters that
yeah,
she had.
yeah.
Like you be like, bro, they ain't my place to say that, dog. I ain't
Thank
trying to
you,
make nothing no worse or no whatever.
do you
thank you.
feel
But
like
hey,
the
no,
sisters
just talk
are
to your woman,
controlling
man.
as
Just talk
well?
to your girl.
You feel like the sisters are controlling as well? That's why they husbands stayed quiet.
Yes,
Yes,
definitely,
yes, yes. That older
definitely.
sister. That older sister
Yes.
was a whoa, yeah, she was something else, man. And then what she said when he came with that check, I always knew he could do it. Come on, bro, y'all
Yeah.
fake, yo, too fake. And then that's when the brother finally stepped up and said. That's when her brother-in-law finally said something 2 times. Something. He always was smart. He always, come on, bro. No, y'all want to give a brother his flowers when it's too late. Come on, man, y'all fake. I don't like that. Y'all too fake, man. So I can't rock with that. But I feel like, you know what I'm saying, overall, like even as far as I feel like he was overly generous. Because really, personally, I don't care. At the end of the day, you divorced me, you left me, and you constantly told me we want to get back together. So I don't want to see you with a penny of my money. I'm
But
sorry.
he came back and tried to give us some money.
And he came back. See, that's me. I'm sorry, but I
And he
don't want
tried
to
to
see
get
you
him
with
back.
a penny. He
Did
done
he
tried
not?
$10,000. I mean $10 million.
I understand what you're saying, but the thing about it was, she gave him his car,
Cool.
stability, over
Cool.
$1 million of her inheritance.
Cool.
She isn't fertile anymore, can't produce children because
Cool.
she.
That wasn't his fault.
It wasn't his fault, but cool.
Okay, wait, pause. When you get cheated on, are you calm?
Of course not.
It's up, but the cops,
She
the
But
cops.
if you got, so as men, right, we got to control certain emotions. We got to control
don't have
certain
room
things.
to have
Thank you.
temporary insanity when you find out you've been cheated on, let
Of
alone
One
you
shot.
course, of
you end up
course.
One
owning.
shot. Shot, the cops not gonna ask you that. The cops gonna take you to jail.
That
So
part. You got to plead that out in court.
yeah,
that you temporarily crazy.
yeah,
What you say about it? You quiet over there. I try
yeah,
to
Marissa. I want to see what you say about it though.
let up.
Man, y'all got multiple topics going on at one time, man. But nah, seriously though, man.
Yeah.
If because I'm trying to compartmentalize all the stuff y'all talk about. At the same time, no man have to have no certain type of emotion. You know what I'm saying? Like we can respond how we want to respond.
Right.
Like
that's my point.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's my take on that for right now. Cause yeah.
So that's my point. But everything you name, Sha, everything you name, that $10 million doubled and tripled that.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And he tried to get back with her.
Yes.
If I ain't mistaken.
Yeah.
And she still turned him down. So like at that point, what more do you want from me?
What can you do? Now
and I don't think that was like the first time. I thought it was like a series of like him trying to get in contact with her and in touch with her and like do certain little things. I can't remember. It's been a couple of years since I seen it, but that's kind of how I remember it.
You can even see the compassion and the love he still had for her, even after all the craziness he was doing. Like even in sitting in court. You know what I'm saying? It was more so like he still was just like, hey, like you can see like he wasn't happy about taking her to court. He wasn't happy about, you know what I'm saying? He don't even seem happy. He didn't even seem happy to be getting remarried. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't gonna say that, but yeah.
He didn't listen when she was going through like the wedding stuff with the wedding planner. When he came home, he was like, "Yeah, babe, that's good. You know, but let's talk about what's the name got going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll handle all that later. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so he wasn't, you know, anybody else is like, yeah,
definitely still cared about her.
Let's get it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely. He definitely still cared about her. I don't disagree with that, man. But like, that was probably one of Tyler Perry's best movies, I would say. Just because of the plot twist that it had. You know what I mean?
The plot twist is when they're in court and she talked about because she set fire to the wedding dress. She was like, well, I outgrew the wedding dress because this belly is growing or some mess like that.
Yeah,
to me, that was like the ultimate slap in the face. The one thing she could not give that man was a baby.
Yes. Yeah, that was crazy.
Her house, stability, trust, her love, her vulnerability, but she could not give him no baby.
And as a woman, do you see the craziness that he couldn't see? As a woman? Like, could you see it in another woman?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the fact that she was trying to control, that's the telltale sign of a woman right there. Like, the fact that she tried to, like, support him for all those years, to me, as a woman that does that to that extent, you want to have that type of control over that person. Like, at some point, you gotta want to see them flourish on their own, for their own self. But you having that to me, that was one of the signs that she was, for one, codependent. She needed him in a way that was not healthy. Like, you financing, doing all of this stuff in an unhealthy way for someone. Come on, man. Like, he should have known that she was gonna flip out. Like,
well, one thing I could say to add to that is the only thing that would make me go just a little bit disagree with you is the fact that at the end of the day, if it was really all about control, she still wouldn't have let him go at the end of the day, because he never got on his feet with her.
Right.
So if it was really all about control, she would have probably spanked him on his behind for thinking he re-cheated, but still in all got back with him because, hey, I need that dominance over you. You know what I'm saying? But
I think at that point she had her crack. She had done went all the way out the window by then. So she wasn't thinking about none of that at that point.
Why she
Go
left?
ahead, Shy.
You
Hold on,
said
my
why
fault.
she left?
Say it again.
Why she left? What happened in the movie? I forgot. Why did she
The
leave?
Oh,
brothers found that wallet in the truck,
Yeah,
and he was supposed to work for them to save up
Yeah.
money to get the house to
Save
not
the
lose
house.
the house. And that
Yeah.
was the same day the girl cheated on with called and said, "Hey, I got you a meeting today at 10:30." Let's say he missed the drop off. They end up losing the house, but she
yeah.
but to me in that dynamic it was like, I'm so mad at you, I'm gonna tell you I don't want you anymore. But he was gone for 3 months and was like, and he didn't never call me, he just kind of da da da, you know how girls do. I'm gonna tell
Yeah.
you goodbye, but I really don't want you, I want you to fight for this.
What?
Right.
The whole time
What?
she didn't know he was in the shelter, he was sleeping in the car, he was
Yeah.
at dining cafes and stuff like that. He didn't.
Yeah. But but like, but even when he came there with the suit, see, I would believe all that. I would even believe that she, in certain way, wanted him back to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Until like he even came there with the suit and flowers, and say he didn't come there with a check. Say it wasn't no money involved. Say he was just there, suit and flowers, and wanted to come there with an apology and to try to reconcile. Even to that extent, she was still throwing jabs at the man and
Of
was telling
course
him
she
we'll
is.
never get back together.
Of course. Why wouldn't she?
Okay, but that's what. But she was saying, "Oh, you never called within 3 months. He never called you." You know what I'm saying? No, so she couldn't have really
Right.
meant that.
So think about it like this, dog. You don't call or none of that for 3 months, and then you just show up to a chick job. You're gonna get it. Like she don't know what you got going on. No matter what you dressed up like, you finna get it.
You ran him away.
I get that.
I
I
think
get
she was
that.
obsessed with him.
I think at that point in the movie, it wasn't so much that she ran him away. It was a whole stream of old stuff and a combination of new crap. And she done lost her mama house and all that stuff, dog. And she done thought he cheated on her again or whatever. So you got a whole bunch of crap. So that's why I say at that point she was gone. Like her mind had done been lost, cause like
Because she started
she done
stalking the
snapped.
girl. She
That was
started
the snapping point.
She started stalking at
Man,
it.
this man.
Yeah, she started stalking her,
Well, that
making
was,
threats.
but that shot that was also after she seen he moved on.
Yeah.
Everything was good until she seen he moved on.
Yeah. So after he came to the office, I want to say, and made that last ditch effort to be with her and reconcile.
Yeah.
That's when she started like, let me see what this nigga up to, cause like
Exactly.
whatever. And that's when she saw that he really had money. He had moved on with this new girl
Yep.
and all that.
Yep.
I'm gonna
So
go
that
back
broke
to
her
say
again.
But
Like it
before
broke
that,
her all the way down at that point.
she visited him at that penthouse or whatever, and she had on her little lingerie underneath.
Yeah.
She was ready to get back with him then. But then that was
But he already moved on.
exactly, but that's before she knew it. Because then the girl come out, I'm the fiance.
Yeah, you see like she did the hair. She was like,
Like,
nice
boom,
to meet
for the
you.
ring, boom, boom.
Yeah, she did that. That was
But
cool.
she just popped up. You can't just pop up to a dude house after you done did all this stuff.
But she said because he loved her and gave her the money and the ring. And then in her mind, it was like, my sister sabotaged my own marriage. I should have just waited.
Right. She should have took that anger out on them heifers, not on that man and his new woman. Because that's who broke up their marriage.
But why did he go to her and say, hey, I still love you? Why would he say words like that? That messes with a woman.
He did.
Because he did still love her. At that point in time, he went to that office and told her that. That was the reconciliation.
And move and get engaged to the next woman, but
ain't no way. No.
But some time had done passed in between that. He didn't do it in the same day.
That's it.
I don't know how much time. I can't remember how much time had passed within the movie.
Hold on. It don't even matter if it was a week. She said she was completely done. She had already started sleeping with somebody else. Her sister had already got her somebody else. So
that's true too.
Once you started sleeping with somebody else, then you ready in your head. You done too, right?
She said enough to him in that moment. to
Maybe,
make
I
him
don't
move
know.
on. That's all I can like totally remember. But
And
I
if you
felt like
Moved on to.
yeah,
I felt like if some time had done passed before she started, and I think at that point in the movie, maybe you had to use your imagination because I don't know if they ever said how much time had passed by the
yeah,
time she started stalking and all that.
yeah.
So I at least said a couple of months or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I'm like, yeah, dude can tell you that. It might mess with your mind, just like y'all mess with a nigga mind. Like
You give me the money and I'm gonna
women
move
do the same thing.
me and all this other stuff and hand me $10,000 in the deed to my mama house. Just say, man, I thank you. I appreciate you for holding it down. I know we're not together. Like, make it
But
clear.
that's basically what he said.
But that's what he said. But
That's
he
what
was
he
also
said.
trying to get her back. Like he
Yeah,
was
because
trying to get that total reconciliation and like be back with her. She wasn't
Total
having it.
reconciliation, JG.
Yeah,
yeah, because he
she
was.
wasn't having it.
But here's the thing, because what he said, because she was like, I don't care, we're not getting back together. Don't hear. He was like, I know, but I still just want to let you know. You know what I'm saying? And then we can't forget that even within that whole however long it was, they were split up. She started sleeping around first. She was
Yep.
with the little tall light skinned buddy first.
She was.
And
Did he tell
so
her to move on and get over the pain she was feeling?
yeah, but then hold on. Let's not forget.
Of
That's the
course.
same. Hold on, JG, listen. Let's not forget that's the same light skinned buddy that was there at her mama's funeral.
Yep.
So she
Mm.
went back to somebody old too. Come on, man. They cold, bro. She can't see it.
They
Shit.
close.
Yeah.
Come on,
Yeah,
man.
she did it to try to get over him or to make him mad.
Hey,
She did it
hey,
out of spite, no doubt. But
it
that's
don't
why
matter.
anybody do it.
Hey, listen though, but she started that
Both
first though,
parties do
bro. If you
that
think
out of
about it,
spite.
she should have gave
Man.
herself some real deal time to see what her husband was going to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, give yourself some time to whether reconcile or rebuild, heal. You know what I'm saying? Instead of moving on, have your sister have the dude come back. Like your sister always wanted you with that dude.
Right.
So you know what I'm saying? You can
Right.
so and then the thing is, Buddy was in a dang not nursing home, but in a shelter. So at the end of the day, he wasn't messing with nobody. He was just working. She seen him working, busting dishes. She snarking at him then with a new dude, and he got his head down, just working. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get mad at bro for getting on his feet. That's what I was saying in the beginning. You can't say that we're gonna divorce with a clause. We're divorcing. We're gonna stay divorced. We're not gonna mess with each other. You can't get with nobody to be successful though. You can't.
Right.
I can't allow you to have money once you leave me. Once
Happiness.
you can't find happiness because the minute, no matter how much I did in my marriage, no matter how much I did, I could have gave you every penny until I ran myself into the ground, and we both could be ran to the ground. But when I say I'm done and I'm signing them papers, that's when I give up every right to past, present, and future. So
Mm-hmm.
if you go out and marry this goddamn king of Europe, king of the president, I have to put into my head, I'm willing to accept that, and I have to accept that because I said that I'm done. There should have
Right.
no clause to it. You feel me? That's
Right.
why I feel like she
And
was
there weren't
gonna.
no kids involved, so there was no real attachment
There was no
to
real
them. He ain't had
attachment.
no money at the time, so
Yeah,
ain't no alimony.
yeah.
So she
So
ain't have nothing to get from it. You know what I
nothing.
mean?
She
Like,
tried to take half his stuff, and I feel like even if they granted her half his earnings, she still wouldn't have been happy because she felt like she was supposed to be with him in that life.
yeah,
But she gave up her seat and got mad. Another woman put in her seatbelt, had that seat and put on the seatbelt and strapped in for it. You
right,
feel what I'm saying? So,
right.
Marissa, I mean, if you feel like I'm wrong, let me
No,
know. But
I feel like you're right, but it just stems back to the point like she shouldn't have been doing all of this for this man from a place of feeling like I'm gonna get a reward type situation from it. If you're gonna do it and support
that's
him that
real.
way, do it because you love him, right?
Right,
Like, and like you were saying, she felt like she was gonna be in this next part of his life with him, and that's how she built up all that resentment. You know what I'm
right.
saying?
But
And like I said, I think in the beginning, and for even maybe half of them years, she didn't feel like that, or she wasn't looking for that. It was all about supporting him and
Yeah.
making him happy.
Yeah.
But
She was.
then
Yeah.
once some sisters started talking a lot,
Yeah.
and now she's struggling a little bit, the money done started running low. Now the resentment starting to set in. And so when you got them sisters talking in your ear 24/7, and then all that other stuff happened with the wallet and the house getting lost and all that, she
Yeah.
lost it.
Yeah.
But she didn't realize that she still wanted him until she saw him move on.
Listen,
At the
and
end
I'm
of
not
the
gonna say
day,
women. I'm gonna say people do that in general. So men
exactly.
and
At the
women do
end
that
of
in
People
the
do
general.
do
day,
it. You're right. Men and women
Men and
do that.
women do that in general. They don't
Men
want you
and women
to
do.
somebody else.
I'm gonna keep saying it. At the end of the day, she lost control over that man because
Yep.
ain't nobody gonna take the time to stalk somebody if they don't feel like they lost something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I lost the
Bingo.
control. I
I
lost, I
agree.
lost, I lost, I lost. And now I'm in a place of like, oh, how dare
Regret.
you do me like this? Like,
Yeah.
I this used to be me, like that control dynamic. And she lost control when he cheated on her, when she found that wallet in that car.
Yeah.
Right? Like she like, oh dang, I thought I had it under wraps. I'm doing this, this is not supposed to go like this because I'm doing this, and this. Like for this
Yeah.
man.
Yeah. I agree.
And nobody who ain't controlling finna be stalking somebody. That goes for
That's what.
women or female.
And you know, and I'm gonna agree with you. And I'm gonna add to you what you're saying because at the end of the day, if it wasn't about control, she would have been happy with the $10 million.
Thank you.
Right.
And left it at that. And
Yep.
gone
And
by
she was
her.
still
And the
living in
house.
raggedy.
That was the biggest thing. I felt
Yeah.
like, the house was the biggest thing.
That's
With
real.
her not accepting that.
That's real.
On top of
She
that
right about
10,
that.
you know what I mean?
That's real.
She
I
was
Like,
gotta agree
gone.
with you. I agree
I was
with
Because
you
like,
on
who
that.
else
yeah.
been happy with $10 million? Come on, man.
Yeah.
Like you're not even
You
like
could have had everything they had. Everything they
yeah.
had
Exactly.
from the boat to the
Exactly.
penthouse to everything. You could have
Exactly. That's
moved out
why I
your mama's
said,
house
like, he more than double any materialistic
and
thing that he
and
took or whatever.
she
She had
said
a
at one
meal
point,
after her mama died. He gave that back.
yep,
Lost the house.
1.23.
I'm pretty sure the house wasn't worth no $1 million. He gave that back. The
Mm-hmm.
car,
Don't
all
forget
that,
the
bro.
judge
Like,
said that. The
the
judge
crap
said
that
he
she
was overly
lost probably
generous.
equated to maybe 2 million. Maybe. I won't even say 2 mil. I'll say a
She
mil
said
five.
1.3. She said 1.2.
1.3 mil, maybe. You see what I'm saying? And he gave all that back.
That
On
still
top
wasn't
of
enough.
on top of asking her to come live that life with him. She turned it down.
Do you see me when I'm single now, but I don't date people who are fresh out of divorce or lost a loved one
Mm-mm.
because
Yeah, that's
they
hard.
make choices from a place of like needing somebody. Like I'll be
Yeah.
your friend, I'll date you, whatever, but I ain't gonna make no drastic decision to marry because I don't know if you're really marrying because you see
You,
me and you see us and you see future, or you're
yeah.
just like
You clinging.
want to
You
attach
clinging.
myself
Mm-hmm.
because I don't want to
Yeah.
lose
You
that's my
clinging.
character.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that so you feel like that's how he was?
That's how she was too. Because you never heard anything about his family. Like, where's his mama, his daddies, his sisters?
Right.
No, he
That's
did say
true.
he said his mom was in no, his dad was in prison and his mama gave him to his grandma, and that's where he lived in that trailer since he was like 9 or something. So he really never really had no family neither. But that's what his parents was. His daddy in prison and his mama ran the streets. I think she ended up dying. Yeah, she ended up dying and left him to his grandma even before she died. So he really never had no family neither.
My
I
next
had
question.
this debate a while back with somebody. They asked me to watch this movie. She took Taraji's side the whole movie through.
Yeah, somebody. What's your question though, Shy?
Would you marry somebody who has nothing to bring to the table?
Nope.
I don't know. I
No.
feel like men different. Me personally,
Oh, men are different.
Yeah.
Men are marry a broke woman.
Yeah,
yeah,
they
Yeah, they
will with
would.
a
They'll
heartbeat.
walk straight off the
yeah,
street and
we
pick her up.
will.
I'll marry a woman if I can see that she has potential. And hold on, but she can't just have potential. I need to see a plan. I need to see her executing that plan. I need to see that plan. I need to see motion. I can marry a woman as long as she has motion. You know what I'm saying? She need to be,
She just got to bring something to the
she
table.
she got to,
You
and
know what I
then
mean?
you
Like
can't
she
take
got to
it.
be a good mama, or she got to be able to
Yeah,
cook
all that,
good, or she got
but
to
then
be able
I'm a
to, you know what I mean? So it ain't necessarily all about money for me. But you got to be able to bring something to the
Oh
table.
boy had nothing to bring to the table. That dynamic of a woman pulling on a like whenever I see. Let me put the disclaimer out there. Nothing wrong with getting a man fresh out of prison. Nothing wrong with getting a man fresh out of his mama house. But for me, I think of men as providers or as leaders, right?
yeah.
If he has nothing going on, I'ma date him so he can show me the evidence of stability. If
Yeah,
Yes.
he can't show me no level of stability, I'm like, and I'm not saying he got to be rich. I'm just saying, like, are you
Stability.
trying to get your stuff
But
together? But you got to show me.
Mm-hmm.
but sis, I mean, the thing is, the difference is, I look at like nowadays. You know what I'm saying? You have the city girls. You got the, you know what I'm saying, the sexy red stuff like that, like them type of women with that type of mindset that just want to be able to have a man take care of them. I don't bring nothing to the table but an iPhone. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, man. Like, no. I need, like he said, though, I agree. If you have excellent, maybe your skills, it isn't, maybe you grew up old school and it's taking care of the house. But
Mm-hmm.
really take care of so if you want to, if I can be what you call the old school man, I can take care of the bills. I can take care of all that. I don't mind doing that because, yeah, I am a provider. I can do that. But therefore, you have to be that old school woman too. You got to. I shouldn't have to come home and be cleaning up and running behind. You know what I'm saying, cooking and stuff like that too. Now that's a different. That's bringing something to the table though. So that's what I also mean. Like it don't necessarily have to be financial, but it got to be something. It can't just be nothing. You can't be just somebody
right,
living for social media all day and laying up
Mm-hmm.
on the couch. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right.
That ain't happening. No, I don't even want, and I don't care how good you look. I promise you can have gold dripping from off your eyebrows. You know what I'm saying? You got gold dripping off your, you know what I'm saying? Every time you spit, it could be a diamond. And I still don't want nothing to do with you because, yeah. You know what I'm saying? No, no, no. Because
Yeah, you got to have some
I'm,
substance.
you got to have something. You got to make, as a help me, you got to have something that helps me to take care of our family.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You can't be another asset. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
another liability. I'm sorry. You can't be another liability. You know what I'm saying? You need to be something that's helping me in some way, shape, or form to keep this family afloat. Man, so yeah, no. But and I do feel like they switched roles. I definitely feel like I was watching the movie and I was like, dog, like really, like that's a man role. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've seen myself like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, take care of the house and stuff like that. As you know what I'm saying, she got everything together. So yeah.
And what I never understood was she paid for him to go through school, but she never enrolled herself. She was taking all these little odd jobs, working two
Yeah.
jobs.
Yeah,
I'm
I
like,
never seen the finish. She
why
didn't, I
did
don't
you
think she
your
finished.
own education?
Yeah. But
It
because
does.
yeah, yeah, I think at some point he became a crutch to her too. Because she didn't allow herself to be that person to follow her own dreams. You know what I'm saying? And it's like if you had that money and you was already in college, you solely depended on him to 18 years pass by and you solely depended on him. It's like there's some point where you have to say, hey, we're gonna help you continue to follow your dreams, but my dream might take a little bit shorter than yours. So I'm gonna need you to
Mm-hmm.
help me as well.
Mm-hmm.
You
I
know what I'm
think
saying?
mentally she was stressed out and probably couldn't take the pressure of college. Remember
That,
when
Hmm.
they,
that may
remember
be
they were
true.
running in the rain and they picked up like all the papers or whatever, and he came back to give her
Yeah,
a paper. She was just
yeah,
like frazzled.
yeah, yeah. But I still feel like at the end of the day, like she should have just continued on with her dream. Once her mom left for that money, that should have been put towards school. You know what I'm saying? For her schooling. You know what I'm saying? Not following behind the dude. You feel me?
She did that because she didn't want to lose him.
Well, like you
A
said,
lot of
she was,
women do that. A lot of women will make that man's dreams and goals a priority and let their dreams die just because they do not want to lose him.
well, well, I guess it kind of do depend on the way you look at it too, though. You can look at it from two sides. You can look at
It
it
looked like
as,
support, but is it really?
say it again.
It looked like support, but is it really
Yeah,
support?
and that's what I'm
No, it's
saying.
not support.
You can, but then also it also depends on the kind of man that you're dealing with, because you can have a man, like I think at the end of the movie he ended up being a man that really just needed that support so he could take care of the family in the long run, or you also could be dealing with a user who sees that and it's like also like, hey, listen, I know she she a paymaster basically. She gonna do anything that I claim I need. You know what I'm saying? And I see that. So you have two different type of people. You know what I'm saying? It just depends on the kind of man you have.
Never in the movie did I ever hear him ask about her dreams or goals.
You right. She said that.
He kept selling her the fantasy. Babe, we're gonna have a boat. Babe, we're gonna live at the top of the penthouse. But you could, babe, I'm gonna give you a diamond. He just kept selling her.
Yeah. She said that. Do you remember she said that? She was like, have you ever asked me what I wanted? I
Never.
just want you to get a job. Which is, but it's a legit statement. You know what I'm saying? And so at the end of the day, you're right. He never really focused on what he wanted. But then us as men, we have an idea of what life should be once you have a wife and kids. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't think no man marries with the intent of saying we gonna get married and we gonna be broke. We gonna be married and we ain't gonna have nothing. I think every man's dream when they get married is, the house, big house, the cars, the yachts, you know what I'm saying? And so,
Family.
and how many men do stop and take a breath, take a step back and say, hey, babe, well, do you want any of those things? But also you have women that kind of instill that in us too. Cause just like what Marissa say, I ain't getting with no man I'm gonna have to take care of. So at the end of the day, that's the reason why men are like, man, forget what she say. I know once we get it, once she could say she don't want it all day long, but the minute I get it, she ain't gonna deny it. She ain't gonna not be happy for it. So whether it's a dream or not, she gonna be appreciative of it. So yeah.
Would you financially struggle with a person for 18 years?
I'm sorry. It's a no for me.
I can't.
And the reason why I say no is because what he said.
He just got off the camera.
It's a no for me. It's a no. And the reason why it's a no is because they didn't have to financially struggle while he pursued his dream. You can pursue your dream and not financially struggle.
True.
He could have did something. Like I said, he could have got his CDL. He could have went to plumbing school. He could have went to electrician school. He could have went to school and got a trade that took a year and a half while he continued to work on his dream. Like the dream did not have to die. But we live in a society where we have support. We gotta eat. We have things that we have to do to take care of ourselves. We have bills, responsibilities, kids. Those things just don't pay for themselves. So you got to have some level of stability. And even if he didn't get a trade, if he worked at McDonald's or Walmart, whatever, he could have did anything to financially bring some money into the house so that it would have been less of a struggle on the family unit. And that I could deal with for 18 years. But for a man to not have no job at all, that's I can't deal with that. Like, you got to want to have some wherewithal within yourself to say, okay, I at least want to pay the water bill. I at least want to take my baby to the movies every month. I at least want to do something.
Y'all talk like the movies cheap. The movies is not cheap.
Man, you get what I'm saying, man.
He was adding to the bill every time he was running that battery, powering up the electricity bill. He was adding more to the bill. He ain't have nothing to bring nothing to the table but expense after expense after expense. That's draining, man.
And selfish. And selfish.
Yeah.
Like, you can't
but again, like I feel like she made him comfortable in that. Like she didn't for the longest of time, she didn't make him feel as though He needed to get a job. And so and I'm gonna say it like this, like I feel like a lot of men, and I'm one of them, we can't multitask. We not good at it. Y'all are. So for a man that's driven like that, he can't do a lot of things on top of trying to pursue. Now you think about it, it took him 18 years to do that and he wasn't working. Imagine if he was
That
working.
you got a point. You got
You
a
see what
point
I'm
though.
saying? Like if he was
Yeah,
working and
yeah.
trying to pursue that dream, now you looking at 36 years as opposed to 18.
He wasn't track minded. He can't try to
So
do and talk
like
at the same time.
we suck as a whole, and I can't speak for every man, of course, but we are
Yeah,
not
but I
great
don't suck.
at that. And I feel like I'm like that. Like I have to be like dead set on one thing and be like driven to that one thing. If I'm not driven by anything, then yeah, I can somewhat do multiple things or whatever. It might not be great, but I'm gonna do them. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
So with him, I feel like that's the predicament he kind of was in. And at the same time, like I say, I think he was trying to get it done as fast as he could so that he
but
could be that provider or whatever.
but let me. I want to add to it because what I want to say is that that's the stigma with most men and women when it comes down to a woman making more money than a man.
Of
It's
course,
for that same exact reason. You know what I'm saying?
we got to
Because
find that lick. Like we got to find that thing or that job that's gonna pay us the amount of money that we want in
yeah,
that one
but but
setting.
even
With
then,
y'all can work 2 and 3 jobs and still function like y'all only got one job. So
but
I mean, I think it's a gift from God that women could do stuff like that. And I say black women because I don't know too many other women like that. So I'm gonna say black women have that ability to work multiple jobs and still have a life.
but
Men, we ain't equipped with that. We gonna
I
work two
am.
or three jobs, but we ain't
You
gonna give
tripping?
you nothing else.
Nah,
It's
but
gonna be
nah,
a trade off somewhere.
nah.
I promise you.
I just feel like like I said, like when it come down to women and women making more money than men, it's just the fact that I don't feel like women could accept a man just being able to pay the light bill. You know what I'm saying? Just being able, like you say, like most women look. Correct me if I'm wrong, but most women look at men like providers. Correct?
Mhm.
No matter how much you make, say you make $3 million a year,
Yeah.
and your dude make 1.5 million a year. You still gonna kind of look at him like, but you need to
You
step
need to
your
do
game
more.
up.
You need to do
Yeah,
some more. Like
you need to do some more. You
we
ain't
need to be
providing.
up here.
Yeah, you feel me? And
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. I've been
so.
saying that for the longest.
Yeah, but
Like
listen.
men, we are content. Like we work
Yeah,
to be content. Women gonna always look for more.
yeah,
And
and
I
that's
feel
why you
like
know.
that's why maybe sometimes a lot of marriages don't work out
Yeah,
because we work to be content. And
yeah,
we marry you and date you based off of who we meet and what you are at that point in time.
yeah.
Y'all date off of potential.
Oh, potential.
So you
Yes,
don't like a challenge? They don't like a woman who gonna push them to be more, better.
that's
Yeah,
fine.
I mean that's cool if we looking for more, but some
Yeah,
most of the
but
time if we got the nice house and we got the car that we want and we living life, we good. Like
yeah,
But will a
and,
man communicate, babe? I am content. I know you're trying to push me for more, but I am content where I am.
but sometimes you can't tell a female that. You can tell a
okay,
female that, but some females
Is you
don't
afraid
accept
she'll
that.
leave?
exactly. They ain't gonna accept it.
They won't accept it. Like
Why you want
how
to
many
keep a
times?
woman that you
Listen,
know won't accept that you want to stay at the same place?
okay, well, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example how I feel, how I perceive most females are. Now, I'm
Okay.
not talking about y'all, you know what I'm
Most
saying, but
females,
this just perception. This just perception, my
no
perception.
perception.
All right. But no, just my perception. I'm not, but a lot of females will even get with a guy that's even loose out there in the streets. He got multiple women. You know what I'm saying? With the and get with him with the intent and thinking that hey, I'm gonna be the one to change him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be the one to change him. I'm not saying y'all. That's why I don't say all
Mm-hmm.
females. I say a lot of females, not all. But there's a lot of females say, hey, I'm gonna be the one to change him. Yeah, he cheated on X, Y, and Z women, but I'm gonna change him. And when they get cheated on, they get hurt, feel hurt and abused. But he told you what it was before the beginning, how he was. You feel me? You knew what it was. So with that same sense, there's a lot of females that get with a dude that is intent and who shows it his intentment in the way that he lives and still be, well, I'm trying to push you to more. I'm trying to push you more. I don't want more. I am who I am and I'm happy for what I got. Don't You can't get with me and hoping that you're gonna inspire me to want more. I gotta want it for myself.
Right. And some men will. Like we gonna get with a woman sometimes and we may be content in that moment of being single. And then when you get with somebody, they could inspire us just because of the love that we may have for y'all to want more. So, like he's saying, that's got to come from us. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of women feel like they got to be your mama and push you to more, or push
Yeah.
you to greatness,
What if the
or
reason
whatever.
he pushes because
But
of financial struggling?
Yeah,
right,
now
but
that's
what if
different.
he ain't? Like I
Yeah.
said, like he could have a 6-figure job
Or
and
he could be
living
living
good,
in a tin can
no
where
debt,
he's
no
content.
nothing.
He could be
And he
living
could
in
be
a
yeah, he could be a bum on the street, but if
yeah,
that
if he
nigga is
content.
content, he content. Like so, but I feel like most men they work for that. You know, they work to have the salary that makes them comfortable. They work to get the house that they want that makes them comfortable, and then they happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Do you think sometimes
um,
men target women who will accept them for where they've settled at?
I think they should. I
I
think
think they should too, based off this conversation that we having. If you know that you're content at the point in your life where you at, you need to find you a woman that's
somebody
content
that's
with where
content
you
with
at
you,
too.
who's
Like,
accepting that.
you know who's gonna accept that and say, okay, my man is happy with where he's at in his life. I need to find me that man need to find a woman that's okay with where he's at in his life too, because he
Who
gonna
felt
go drive himself crazy finding up being with a woman that's like, no, baby, you got.
and I think
yeah.
that's why a
That's
lot of times as men we may date down
Because of that
because that
respect.
woman's gonna be happy for
With
what
yeah,
I'm
that
boom,
bringing her
reciprocity
into.
Are
piece.
you
boom.
happy by dating down?
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
fine with it.
But I
Because
think Shaw, I think men don't mind dating down if they're in a
yeah,
We
place of
don't.
contentment with where they are in their life and they're financially stable and they feel
but
like, okay, if I date down, I can provide for her and
yes,
I can
yes.
Exactly.
get that
And they
house.
push us back
And,
into
She's
that
gonna be
it puts us
gracious.
back into that state of being the head and controlling our home.
Exactly.
But
When
when a
we try to
woman,
date high powered women, it go left a lot of
yeah,
time.
you know what
hey,
I'm saying?
hold on now, hold
And
I'm
that's
just saying
no
sometimes
that's
it can
not
go left.
yeah.
But I ain't saying every woman because I love a strong black woman, but
Yeah, of course.
sometimes it can go left because even though I may not be on your level financially or whatever, I'm still an alpha. You get what I'm saying? So your definition of an alpha may be something else or whatever, but a man gonna be a man no matter what financial stability or whatever he like materialistic things is. So that's where a lot of times people butt heads because you got two alphas in the house now. And you ain't finna humble yourself before an alpha who ain't making more money than you are.
that's true.
You see what I'm saying?
That's true.
that's
That's
not
true.
So
Do you
true though.
think that sounds a little bit like insecurity though?
That's not true though.
uh,
That's true. No, that's not insecure because
yeah, I
you
don't
want to
take
get
it as
more.
insecurity. I think
No,
it's just like I feel
It's like
like women gonna look at a man by his status
No,
and
yes,
not by
yes.
a lot of times who he is.
no.
So
I'm shaking her
I
head no
see I
too.
see
No.
nurses dating dudes who ain't got no job, taking care
But
of
they sell dope.
like
They sell big dope.
they,
no, I ain't selling no dope nigga. I keep plenty of nurses.
but what I'm saying is it's not all about the status of the man, but it, it's that yin and yang, right? If I'm
Yeah,
high powered and he is high powered, all I need is for that man to communicate his needs, his wants, his desires, and where we're going. Like, I love a leader. I love a man who can lead, right? And I don't, and though I do multiple things, I'm not here to intimidate you, but I'm here to like, baby, let's get this bag together.
Yeah.
I'm not here to control you. If you don't want to be here, gone.
That's
And
true.
then too, a leader is not defined by how much money he makes.
Oh,
He can be
listen.
broke.
This all sounds real good.
Yeah,
It's
y'all
the truth.
sound real
And
good.
I agree
It's
with
the
you.
truth.
I do agree with you.
Yeah,
I
but
agree.
you ain't gonna
I
be
don't
no
think
A
a
broke.
leader
man
is
can
defined by
be
how much money you make.
a man can be an alpha male and not be in a 6-figure job and be making $40,000, and the man making 6 figures don't even know what an alpha male is to lead the house.
Yeah.
You feel
That's
what I'm
true.
saying?
That's true.
So that don't have nothing to do. It have to do with the character and the heart of that man. Like, okay,
So
this is the direction I want for my family. You know what I'm saying? And if our money is our money, you know,
that's
that's a
real.
whole another topic of debate. Do married people have joint accounts or separate accounts?
There it
But if
goes.
our money is our money,
That's a good one. That's a good.
then it ain't
That's
necessarily
a good one.
about.
I can't lie. That's a good one. Listen, because we might have to continue with that one. We have to pick that one up another day. We got to continue with that one. Boy, it's a lot, boy. And listen, but let me ask you this then, Shy and Marissa. So listen, would y'all allow yourselves to be with a broke alpha male? Since it's not all about money.
What do you mean broke? Like he
He
works
ain't
Jit
at
make
working.
Jit make
Burger King?
he make $7 an hour, and he can really only pay the cable bill. But he's a leader. He's a strong man.
Look,
on,
why you laughing? You the
Why
one
you
said
laughing?
it.
Come on now.
She the one said it. She the first one laughing.
Jay,
So,
I know I'm gonna get on this one.
so I'm gonna ask some questions. Cause okay. I don't know if y'all ever been on some dating apps, you know, BLK, Bumble, right? Dudes will act like leaders, but they pump faking. Like they can talk a leader talk, but they exemplify it nowhere, but it's all to sell you a dream. So if you have nothing, right? And let's say you just lost your job and you're staying at your cousin's house. Like literally, that's your situation. And you're going to go get plasma every 2 weeks for whatever, you know. You ain't got no money.
Hey, that's what we run. That's what
Bro.
I want to market, but that's what we out there.
Yeah.
I need to know your plan before I even open up my heart to even consider it. You can be my friend until I see your plan begin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, but that's the same thing I
I'm
said.
just gonna be vulnerable for it.
Yeah. I say that same thing. But men need to hold women to that same standard.
Absolutely.
And most women, most
But we
men
not.
won't.
We're not going
We
to
have
do
a
that.
culture today of so many people wanting to attach themselves. No one wants to truly be single, heal, and really deal with like self-identity.
Real. That's real.
Like,
Now.
do you know who you are? Do you know what you want to be?
That's
do you know
real.
what type of person? Do you even know if marriage is for you? Or you know what I'm saying? Like,
That's
what
real.
do you want? What do you want to do?
That's real. Man, listen, we going for days by this for real though, because that's real.
You're gonna have to circumvent back around.
Listen, okay, so in the movie, let me take it back to the movie. The therapist was trying to talk to her and was like, "Hey, do you think maybe you got borderline personality disorder?"
They brought that up in the movie?
Yes. The therapist was trying to change her perspective to say, maybe he wasn't so evil, like you're telling me.
It's her.
Maybe he did care about you. Maybe you got borderline personality disorder you're not addressing. And she didn't want to hear it even then. But look, fear of abandonment, unsuccessful intense relationship, rapid mood change, persistent feeling of emptiness, anger management issues.
Can you send me that?
I definitely can.
She definitely.
I need to pass that around to
fit
the
realm of
self-harm or suicidal behavior. She fit the criteria.
She do.
I know plenty of people that fit that criteria. I need that. I need that.
Listen, in 2024, we can't have you going around telling people, "Hey, I think you borderline, bro."
Please don't do that.
Borderline.
You know how many people that
Oh, y'all gonna see this again. Y'all gonna see this.
Bro, I think you borderline.
Ooh,
Hey, listen,
Lord.
Shaw said it. I didn't. So don't say the count.
Ooh, postal dangerous behavior, repeated self-harm or suicidal behavior, temporary, paranoid. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
It's a combination of all of that.
Yeah.
Who walked into a trailer over and over and over?
She
A
was knocking that
borderline.
sucker
He
over.
said that
A
thing
borderline.
over.
She was knocking
Yeah.
that thing over, boy.
Borderline.
A borderline.
Hey,
Yeah, that ain't borderline to me. That's
that's over the
you
line.
out there.
That's over the line, bro.
You in that deep water, boy.
Hey,
But yo,
for real.
that thing is real. Borderline personality disorder really do mess up people's life to this extent, and it definitely
He
looks
didn't
like
kill. Andrew said he
progeny
didn't
in
kill.
this movie.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
didn't kill. Yeah, you're right, Andrew. He didn't care, bro. Because at the end of the day, he still stayed with her. He still was trying to. That's what we were saying. He was still trying to get back with her. So he loved her. He was trying to
Mhm.
stay
Yeah.
out of love and not off of what she had. Because at the end of the day, if you look at, they kind of switch roles. If you think about it, they
So
switch
you
roles.
telling me you can love somebody that you know is crazy, but you don't care about their craziness, you're gonna love them through it.
That's what love is supposed to be about. It's supposed to be
I
unconditional.
mean, well, you got some women that'll love a thought and hope they don't thought no more.
That's
And maybe
true.
you can love the whole out. Maybe you can love it out
No,
there.
you can't love. You can't turn a whore into a housewife. You know that.
But listen, though, maybe you can because maybe you can show her a different side of life that'll make her not want to be like that
Stop.
no more.
No,
Stop
sir.
it.
No, sir.
No.
That laughing.
No.
I'm for real. You probably listen. People change, and
But
love change people.
When they want to
Bruh.
change,
when they
That's
when
want
they
to
it.
Stop.
want to change.
well, we have to stop
It make
being
mask
afraid of abandonment, though.
certain things.
Abandonment, man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a long
That if you got a person that's like that, bro, all it's gonna do is mask certain things, and you gonna keep falling deeper and deeper in love with this person every time they put on that mask.
What
And
this
you gonna think that you
borderline,
changing them, but you really not.
this borderline mask or what mask you saying?
He didn't love her either because he didn't listen to her one request about getting a job. I I mean,
He was
that
so
don't mean that mean he
close.
was just one track minded.
He
what
Yeah,
did love
He
her.
was
for
one track
18
minded.
years?
he was close every
No,
time.
because he said no,
In
because
his mind,
she only
in
gave
his
him one
mind, he was
time.
close.
He gave her one. She gave him one request at one time. After they, you remember they was like, "Hey, don't come back up here no more. You bad, this and that."
Yeah,
And
but that's when
so,
he started working with the brother-in-laws, ain't it?
yeah, but
But
I'm
the
I'm
house
talking
was
about the
finna,
comment.
they was finna lose the house.
Yeah, but
So he
then
gave her that request, in my opinion.
yeah, he did. He got the
He just got
job.
that phone call in the midst of it. So like,
Man had to make an executive
I make
decision.
this. If I go get this, I could buy you this house and another house,
Heck
and
yeah, so I
another
can
one,
buy all
and
the
another
clothes
one.
y'all need. No, that wasn't the
He
request.
said that wasn't a request.
What's the request?
What was the
What
request?
about?
I
I
forgot.
don't remember no
It's
request
been a
she
couple
had.
years since I saw it.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
That
I
he
don't remember the
didn't
request.
lie to her or something, I think.
Because I feel like her anger and bitterness was because she felt like he wasn't loyal.
Yeah, and after the
But
She's
cheating
that's
my
thing.
boat. She's in my boat. Oh, they're doing my trips to Paris.
I
Oh,
felt like she asked him to tell her the truth or something. I don't know, man. It's been a little minute. But I feel like that's what
I
it
don't
was.
remember. I don't remember. The only request she had was the
She wanted a
she was.
simple life. He wanted to have. See, that's what I said in the beginning. She didn't care about the money, but she cared about him to let him, fulfill his dream.
But she gave up that right during the divorce. I
I
keep
get that.
saying you
That's not
can't.
what I'm saying. She never cared about the money. She wanted a simple life,
but to me,
but
it's
she
like
loved him in the
about his
beginning so much that like she knew how driven he was. So a little bit he was a little psychotic too,
Yeah,
right? Because he was hell bent on getting this project off the ground. He had been working on it, like I said, since college. So she knew that and she wanted to see him flourish. So, like I said, I don't think she ever cared about the money, which is why she worked her butt off to make him happy, to make his dream come true. And in his mind, it was, man, I need to do this so that I can provide and so that we can have for the future.
I don't think she cared about his battery project.
She didn't.
She
She
did.
didn't. She cared about him. She just wanted to see him happy in
Yeah.
that regard of
She didn't
him
care about my dog.
achieving
No, she
this
didn't.
great
She
thing.
cared about my
No, she
dog,
didn't.
man.
She didn't
My
care about
dog's
him.
out there
Because
about to get
if we talk
electrocuted.
about she was a borderline, she didn't care about him. He could have had a project to want to build a whole tower. It wasn't about the project. It was about the fact
It's
that he
control.
was filling an unfilled void for her, and that
Put it
was
back
that
up.
need being met for that borderline. It
But
don't
I
matter
mean, but ain't
what.
that's every person? Don't every person need that unfilled void in their life?
Remember, her
Man,
mama just died. Daddy went in her life. Who else was gonna love her?
18 years old, 18 years
But I
old. You
mean,
still dealing with that?
even if she didn't have daddy issues, even if her mama didn't die, there's a part of us as human beings and as adults that wants that attraction and that fulfillment from somebody else. You still gonna have a little bit of a void in your life. So that's what I'm saying. Like everybody has
He was
that
like the
void.
first dude. He was like the first dude telling her he loved her and all that. Like she
Yeah.
fell.
Now I think it weighs a little more on people like that. You know what I mean? Like I think it hits you a little different when you don't got daddy in the house and now some dude telling you that. But I feel like I felt like they
Mama
genuinely
died.
loved each other.
The sisters had their own boyfriend and husbands.
Yes. I felt like they loved each other, but after so much of the sisters in the ear, and like I said, all the other circumstances started taking place,
they
that's
loved each
when
other from an
Digit,
unhealed place. They was
digit
both
another thing. I've been with this man 18 years. Who's gonna want me and I can't produce no kids?
fear of abandonment.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, she called it out. Now that is true. Oh, but hold on. She can feel that, but she bounced back real quick with old light skinned tall boy. So you can't have that big of fear of abandonment. You was
The
able to
same
No
bounce,
if
right?
she
unstable
hit
and
her
abusive
mental health
relationships.
issues,
It's
she
right
could
there on
probably
the
die if
screen.
she got further.
What it say? It say that she was
Unstable,
crazy.
intense relationships.
Borderline, borderline pest control means that she was
What
crazy.
about pest control?
she, she needed some help, and she gonna bounce to the next dude that's gonna give her some help.
Yes, that's her.
He ruined her life, man.
I disagree with that.
Oh,
And I got to read the whole thing, but hold on. She was sick. That's true. That's true. Now I agree with you on that. Like she had money, they was set from the money standpoint. You know what I mean? But when you make that
So
choice,
wait, Andrew is saying that he feels like she was running game by telling everybody that he was running game.
Yeah,
I could
yeah,
agree with that. Like
yeah.
I said, I felt like it was a bunch of miscommunications. Like it was small and minute, but it was major at the same time. Like they didn't communicate well enough with each other to say, hey, babe, I don't care about you achieving this or whatever from the standpoint of I ain't got to have no money. I just want us to be happy. Go find a decent regular job or whatever. Let's just and he could have been like, look, I've been working on this for a while. I need to finish it. Which I think he did when he, was telling her about the whole, wanting to finish his degree and all that. So in a sense, he did kind of say his piece, but I don't think they did it on a consistent level, and I don't think they did it effectively. So it was like resentment starts to build at that point. You know what I mean? And definitely on her part. I don't feel like he necessarily ruined her life because that's a choice that she
That
made.
goes right there. Bro, Andrew, bro, he still loved her though, bro. Like, I mean, that's she okay. People make mistakes,
He need to
and
play
not the
some
excuse.
spades.
Say
yes.
what?
He need
I
to
ain't gonna say the man showed his true colors
Yeah, cause like
because he was working
he
on that
never did
project
it.
with that chick.
See, here's the thing. That's how you
And you
know it was
working
a
late
mistake.
nights, something bound to happen when
in
you're a
the
Yeah,
man. You know what I mean?
yeah, but that's what I'm saying. See, a mistake, it's a choice when it keep happening. But it
Right.
was a
It
mistake
only
when
happened that
happened
one
once.
time.
That man messed up one time. He ain't
He
never do
messed
it
up
again.
one time.
So
So that's why I'm
that
like,
was his true colors. That
I
man was
can't say
just
that was his true colors. Yeah, I can't
yeah.
say
Can't say
that.
that was his true
Now, if he
colors.
did it again and
Then that's his
again,
true colors.
that's his true colors.
That's it. Yeah, you feel me? That's a choice.
he kept giving himself vulnerably to the people that he felt could help him.
Exactly.
So if that girl was in that trailer helping him with that project, oh, I love you.
I love you.
Oh,
baby.
now I need a place to stay. Oh, will you
What?
marry me?
But that's true. That's that. But that
Oh,
goes back to when
you
I said,
give me an interview with the other with the big company.
Oh, I
Oh, will
love
you marry
you.
me? I love you.
You connect me to the right people. Boom.
Oh.
Yes.
that's what women do. Women do that same thing. If this a dude with $1 billion, she gonna say, "I love you, bro."
Listen, I got somebody to add to this conversation. We got
Andrew.
Come on, Andrew.
What's going on?
Andrew, Andrew, I don't think that's that man true colors, bro.
Y'all ain't ready for the smoke. We is not finna act.
Let me go
We
grab my
is not
charger.
finna act like he wasn't running game. We as men know from the get-go, she had lost her daddy.
Okay.
He stepped in knowing she was at a vulnerable time. He ain't really want her in the beginning. He knew that the money looked good.
He didn't know she had money.
When he died,
They was in a big house. She knew that they had money.
No, he didn't. At first, he didn't. When he first met her and everything, he didn't know that she had money. He didn't find that out until she told him. After the sister told him not to tell him.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. And after he didn't really like her like that. I don't think he liked her like that because he cheated on her immediately. Like that was like in the beginning stages.
That's the time to cheat.
If you gonna cheat, that's the time to cheat.
You do it, but you fall all the way in love with a relationship. You gotta get that last repeat for you. You know what I mean?
Well,
I call it quit.
Right.
That was her trying to leave that joker right there at the trailer.
That's why I
Run
say,
it
like,
over and leave him.
especially at the age they was at. That's how I used to think. So I got it. You know what I mean? Like, well, I'm finna lock it down with old girl. So I might as well.
I'm gonna get my last
Might as well
little.
get my last little lick in.
So you mean to tell me as a man, if all your lady wanted was just a simple life, you would sit there for all them years and not work a job, sitting there at home watching her looking bad every day coming from work because she's stressed out. And you mean to tell me you can't work just a little part-time job so that and focus on your stuff on the side?
Nah, I mean, like
You can't care about somebody if you letting them do that.
can't.
like I said, like I felt like he was so driven, and he ain't
That
think
ain't
about
good.
none of
That's
that.
not
Yeah.
drive.
That ain't love.
That's selfishness.
It could be,
Yeah,
but
that's
I ain't
not
disagreeing with
drive.
that. But I don't think
That's
like you got certain people that's like that. They not gonna look at that aspect and say, "Oh, I'm being selfish."
yeah.
They looking at it from, "Okay, we're a
This for my
partnership.
family.
You doing your part, and I'm working hard at home trying to do my part." So you
Yeah.
can sympathize with her, and that's how the movie portrayed it for us to sympathize with her in that moment. But at the same time,
Yeah.
this man was struggling too. He ain't had no
Struggling
money
on
either.
what? What was he struggling for?
He was working. He was working on the project. So he
He's
was
sitting
stressed
at the
out
house
just like she was stressed out.
He's sitting at the house eating good. He ain't got no worries because he ain't working a 9 to 5. You ain't struggling if you sitting at no house.
Well, everybody like to equate that to a 9 to 5 job. Now this man working on a project that he trying to get off the ground and make big money, and they ain't got to work a 9 to 5 ever again.
And he should
So
have been by himself if he needed
but like I said, all that comes from her. That's her. That was her choice, and that was her putting him in that situation to feel comfortable to do all of that.
it was
But
So
then, hold on. Okay.
if he really loved her, then yeah, he's stressed out too because he can't get this where it needs to be. So that's stressing him out on that end. It does stress him out seeing her come home from work, being tired, being beat up or whatever. But at the same time, we gonna look at it as, was she the one out there working a 9 to 5 and working 2 of them to provide for him? But in actuality, he trying to do the same thing, just on a different scale.
They don't care about no dream.
Yeah, I get that. So I thought that's why the
But a
movie was
true
like
boss,
pretty
a
good. It
true
was complete.
man, somebody that is a true man, you gonna work a job and work on your project when you get off.
You gonna try? Most niggas ain't gonna do
He
that.
said
Go
No,
on.
if you
no
driven, you say
way.
he was driven. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah.
driven. I worked a part-time job and on 2 barbershops at the same time because I was driven. That's true drive.
That's
He
true
wasn't no
drive.
boss.
That's
How
true
you gonna say that
drive.
man was boss? That man,
Because he wasn't.
He wasn't.
He
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 was
wasn't.
wasn't.
okay.
He was
But
a
you
boss.
got to
He
take
was a
into
boss by
account.
luck. He
I
wasn't a
gotta
boss
go to
by
work however many
nasty.
hours, knowing I got to come home and try to work on my project.
Yeah,
At the
that's what
same
you do.
time, I gotta see what my wife gonna need and want, and
Yeah.
I got to work on that too.
Yeah, that's what you do when you want to be successful. Yeah.
And that's what you do when you love on your
I
wife.
think that's a
Like in
fucking
the
pipe dream.
movie,
I think it's a pipe dream.
Yeah. You
Ain't
Now
enough
that's
hours
what
in
you
the
do when
day.
you care about somebody. You do what it takes.
You try, but I
But
think that's where a lot of relationships fall apart because you try to do that, but it's impossible sometimes. It's only 24 hours in a day.
the more
and
That's
you
what
Yeah,
I'm
as
you
a
like to
could
man,
live
say.
a
can't
lot
never
more. Whoever
rush
just
y'all.
yeah, whoever said that as a man, he could. I said that even as a man, he could at least even had a part-time job. He could at least had some kind of job to help out something.
he
He
had
could
a
have helped out with,
degree. Like
you know what I'm
you ain't even
saying?
working in your
And I
field.
get that. And
Yeah.
I'm just playing devil's advocate. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just saying from the standpoint of how we gonna look at it as society. She out here breaking her back and he's sitting home, which is, gender roles. That's gonna make everybody look at this man sideways, but not look at it from his angle, right? He ain't not sitting home, not doing nothing. He's trying to get something off the ground to where she ain't gotta work another day in her life, and neither
but
will
she didn't want that. She ain't want that.
she might have not have wanted that, but she would have doggone sure appreciated it. She wanted it by the end of the movie, so
She
she had to
didn't.
want
She
something.
didn't. She did it. This what happened. This what happened at the end of the movie. Now I done worked all these years, and then you done finally got what I done been having to work to watch you do, and somebody else is reaping the benefits of what I worked on.
But
That's
you
my
gave that
money.
up.
But you
You
gave
gave
that
that
up,
up once you got the divorce.
and he came back. They're trying to give her that, and she denied it.
Yeah, you
So
can't.
Gave her
Like
$10
I've been
million
telling them, you
and
can't
the
have
beach
he
house.
stipulations
played.
with
I,
people.
I felt like he held up his end.
So let me ask you this right now, So Andrew, if you had an ex right now that became a multi-millionaire, do you deserve the rights to go back and say, "Hey, I was with you when we was eating McDonald's. I deserve some of that money."
Mm-mm.
If I had to spend all my money for her to get a million,
That's not right.
She depleted her inheritance. Damn.
Come
right
on,
now,
bro.
yeah, you owe me some money if
Yeah,
I.
come on, bro.
If that
Come
woman
on,
don't
bro.
offer that money to you, you ain't gonna get a
Yeah,
dime.
yeah. And she got every right to say, "Bro, are you tripping?" So at the
Exactly.
end of the day, that's the same difference as when you decide to divorce somebody.
And I
I
feel like
am
if
willing
a
to
woman was
leave
to
you
flip
with
that,
whatever you come up with later on in your life. It has nothing to do with me, whether rich, poor, sick, or healthy. It's your life from now on. It has me not. I'm not in that life.
exactly.
So when she said that and signed the paper, and she brought him in, he was listen. He didn't even want to sign the papers. The man that had no lawyer or nothing. He came in there like, I don't got no lawyer. And the lawyer like, oh, willing to leave you with the car and the clothes on your back. And he was like, you can have it all. You know what I'm saying? They still beat the man up. The man still showing him, man, I love you. I'm still working for us. But once you keep kicking a dog gonna leave. So at
He
the
will
end of the day,
bite
man,
you.
that man had the right to leave and boss up. And that's what he did. You supposed to do that.
Yeah.
You got the right to do that. That's what
And
you're
flip
supposed
it.
to do.
Like from a
He
woman's
had a right to
standpoint, if
boss
you
up, but
ever
I'm
see
just
her make
saying
that
he
jump,
dragged
flip.
that woman through the mud.
She drug
Nah,
herself.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, she
The
drug
account
herself.
went
Her
from all
sister
this money
drug her
to
through the
zero.
mud.
That's dragging somebody to the mud.
That
She
was her
drug
sister.
herself.
Because all beforehand, she was all right. For the most part, she was cool. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it might have got on her nerves here and there, but when the sisters went to talking, then it got more and deeper and deeper and deeper. It got deeper. So I felt like it was most of the sisters that drug her
Lynette!
than
Oh,
anybody else.
Yeah.
man.
Interesting conversation.
Yeah, because
It's
you wrote a lot,
surprise.
so I'm trying to see. All right, let's go ahead, do your thing now. I feel like she was wrong. She
Exactly.
tripping.
We agreed earlier. She operated from a place of manipulation and control because she
She
did not
did.
want him to leave
Let
her.
go.
She wanted, yeah. She was
She didn't want to let
young.
go.
Her parents was not in her
Mhm.
life. One died. That probably the first person he told her he loved her, and she did everything to do to support him, keep him.
Yeah.
Yep.
She held him up. She was like his ride or die. I think she felt
And
like
she should have stayed
he
until
didn't
he
want another
died.
woman to reap. She didn't want to, yeah, she didn't want somebody else to reap the benefits of everything that she put into that relationship all those years.
But she didn't really
I
want to
mean,
read
but
it.
she wanted him
She got rid of him.
Yeah.
But
originally.
she loved him.
Like
She
I
ain't
said,
loved the stuff. She loved
Originally.
him.
You know,
Originally.
okay,
but
so
when he got the stuff
when he got the
and
stuff, what
he
made it
got the
different?
other woman,
He was the same
that's
person.
when she wanted to act right and try to come back. It's too late
Exactly.
You're
now.
right.
He was the
You're
same person
right.
when she left him.
Exactly. Ain't like the
You know?
man when he did that right after he tried to reconcile. It was
I
time
agree.
in between that when she could have came and been like, you know what, I was tripping that day.
She was
I
being
got a
stubborn.
question.
She was being
Let's
I got a
talk.
stubborn.
question.
Would you stay with a person for 18 years all because they got a dream? They're not giving you any intimacy. They're not providing. They're not asking you about your dreams, your wants, your needs. They just in a side room talk about this dream gonna pop off.
No,
No.
But no, because listen, hold on. But that's not the reason you get with somebody.
no, no, no.
You
They
don't get
going
with
after
somebody
year
because you feel
one,
like they're
baby.
gonna be rich. You get with somebody because of them and what they bring to the table in your life as far as mentally, emotionally. And then physically if you want that, but
Outside
that's
of
all
the dream,
financial.
he wouldn't even treat. They were like roommates.
Well,
He wouldn't
that's
even
what
treat
she
him
should have
like this
left
is his
because of that
lady.
reason. She shouldn't have left because of sisters. She should
Man,
have left because she should have been left.
I thought she
It
left because
wasn't
he
just the
cheated.
sisters.
I thought he cheated.
Her,
No,
the
she
wallet
didn't
in the
because
truck.
she thought he cheated. But that's what I'm saying.
No, he
Yeah,
At
he
the
didn't.
end
did
of the
cheat
day,
after they got
He
married.
her sisters talked her into basically leaving the man.
Oh,
Right.
because of
You know
the
what I'm
water
saying?
in the truck.
They ain't even show up to her wedding, so they always had an
They
agenda.
always had
Right. They
exactly.
always
I'm
had it
saying
out
like
for
it
him.
from the beginning.
he didn't treat right
They
on
Because
did
her.
he didn't have
influence
me.
her, but he ain't. But like you said, Shaw, he had
Yeah.
started treating her like he was like she was just somebody else.
That
You
man
know,
was
if somebody
working.
taking care of me, at least I'm gonna run the bath water for them every day when they come home.
That's
That man was
real.
working. He
Suck.
was
That's
That
real.
man
grinding.
was not working. That
That, was,
stop calling
He was
that work. That
grinding.
man was sitting up there at a
that
desk
man was
looking
grinding.
at a piece of
I'm gonna
paper
call
every
it
day,
work because
not
bro
doing
ended
nothing.
up making like a bunch of millions of dollars off of it. So the man obviously was doing something. He
Man,
He
wasn't
was
just sitting
I
grinding.
home.
Hold on. JG, I feel like your full focus is on the end of a thing. 18 years.
No, I mean I'm talking about it from.
Listen, a man can't treat me like that for 6 months and still think I'm in his life. 18 years?
But that was her choice.
not.
It's true.
Because
That's
of
her
her fear
choice.
of abandonment.
fear of abandonment. Exactly.
Yeah, because she was bipolar. No, what was the name of it?
Borderline
The
personality.
Borderline.
what?
Yeah,
Borderline.
yeah,
She
borderline.
wasn't borderline. She was over the line.
Yeah.
You feel me?
We just didn't know it yet.
Yeah, we ain't know it yet. There it go. Borderline pest control. That's what it
Borderline birth
disorder.
control.
Now borderline personality
I
disorder.
partially blame her some of it because a man only do what we allow them to do.
Come on.
And
That's
I
true.
feel like
That's true. Let's blame
she
it all on
allowed
her.
him to
Exactly.
pursue. Hold on. She allowed him to pursue that dream, I think, in hopes that it wasn't going to take that long, but it did. And she never stepped in and said much. Like she just let him do his thing. And so I feel like it's partially her fault how things kind of paved the way, because I mean, she allowed this to happen.
And she was ashamed to
I
ask
think.
her sisters for help, so she worked a day shift and a night
Correct.
shift.
Correct.
Did
Pride.
not
She was
ask
full
no
of
man
pride.
for help.
Yes.
She was completely in the wrong because at the end of the day, she allowed
No,
all
not
that. Like
completely, not. Not
she allowed
completely.
her sisters to dictate her marriage. She allowed him to come through and sit on her for so long where she should have been said, "Hey, listen, I just need you to get a job." The minute I would have came home and
She was
seen all that,
afraid of him losing him too. She had no parents. She didn't feel like she connected with her sisters. She felt like he was the only
He
love
was
of her
all
life.
she
She
was,
just did
yep.
not want to lose him.
That's all she had.
she ain't. Hey, I couldn't tell that when she was sleeping with old boy.
Pull that chart back up, y'all. Pull it up. Pull it up.
She was shoulder in the bed sleeping with old boy.
Unstable, intense relationships. She did that because of that.
I
And her paranoid thoughts.
Tell her work on that first.
Her feeling of emptiness.
I don't even know. Her sisters probably shouldn't have got in her business, but it's almost like you ain't finna let somebody just be around there doing your people wrong. Like, that man wasn't doing nothing. So, like, it was like, let me put you up on game. Listen, he ain't helping you. You need to go. He didn't drain your bank account.
Even if you couldn't get through to her, I asked the men earlier, do you think those brother-in-law should have went up to him man to man and say, hey, bro, I see you not being a provider.
Yes.
They should have said something.
No. They should have minded they been
You
like they
don't
were
think
supposed
so?
to. No.
Oh my God.
18 years and this is my brother-in-law. I can't say
I
nothing to him.
disagree.
Because
If you see your fellow brother or somebody,
they don't seem to be that
the
close.
man that they should be.
No. Okay, well, let me say this. And to the extent of the relationship, if we're that close and brother-in-laws, like say like we talk on the regular, we're cool. Then yes, I say, hey, bro, man, you probably want to get a job, blah, blah, blah. But it don't seem like they were close at all. So therefore, he need to mind his business because you don't know how or what that man done talked about with his wife. You know what I'm saying? And you still butting into their relationship as a brother-in-law.
Or do you think they was afraid of their wives? That's why they didn't say anything.
Yeah, they were beta males.
They was afraid of their wife. They was.
All them boys were betas. They weren't alpha. They was betas like a mug. Them boys, and that one sister ran them all.
You can tell everybody.
And then the thing about it, she the one that found the wallet. So I'm thinking to myself, how she know that it wasn't one of her husbands or another drivers? Like how she know straight to bring it straight to the sister? She didn't care. She wanted it to be his. She wanted it to be his, man. They been had it out for that man from the beginning, man. That man could do no right. Even though he wasn't helping out. See, the whole fact of the matter is everybody looking at the fact that he wasn't helping out financially. The whole part of the movie is a man that can't provide financially ain't no man. He did her wrong this whole time. She was the one providing. But at the end of the day, they not realizing that, hey, maybe he was doing other stuff in other aspects that made her feel.
He wasn't. He wasn't cooking. He wasn't cleaning. He wasn't laying with her. He wasn't doing nothing with that woman. He wasn't doing nothing with that woman.
Listen, that man was skinny. That man, how we know she was
Wait.
He was just too focused on
Digits. How long will you allow for your woman to walk around looking crazy like that? Hair not done. She looking toe down and tired.
She got. What time is it? If say it's 12 o'clock in the daytime, she got to about 12:30 to get her.
You can't tell me he cared about her.
Okay, but here's the thing. You can't say that.
You gonna say, baby, go take a shower and look like something. Why?
No, because if we just chilling around the house, she allowed to be relaxed. You know what I'm saying?
She's going to work looking toe down.
No, girl ain't gonna do that. I ain't giving no. She ain't gonna do that. We ain't going nowhere with you looking like that.
We got the hairstylist on it. We got the.
Well, he wasn't going nowhere. He wasn't going nowhere anyways. He was stuck at the desk. He ain't taking out on no dates, nothing. He was just sitting there.
He was dirty too.
Every day.
He was dirty too. He was messed up too. He was down bad. Bro, looked like he ain't showered in about 18 years.
He was good.
His mindset focused on that money maker. He just knew that was on. That's all he focused on, which was wrong. But he didn't probably realize that that's all he was focusing on.
Yep, and it paid off. It paid off. So
And
I'm
it
happy
paid
it
off in
paid
the
off.
long run. But they changed. They both changed. The love for each other wasn't the same anymore. So by that time, I mean, I wish she wasn't crazy and did all that crazy stuff, but
Acrimony means to become bitter. So her bitterness didn't allow for her to give him forgiveness, didn't want to
right.
restore what was broken. Her bitterness just grew and grew and grew.
Couldn't see her own
Yeah.
flaws.
Mm-mm.
Correct.
That's
Correct.
that partial. That's that partial. That's that. Okay,
Be
borderline
quiet.
pest.
he
Person,
he want to
I promise
use
you,
that so
I'm not
bad.
even trying to say pest
he
control no
want
more,
to use
y'all.
that.
I really almost
he
said
want
pest
to.
control by mistake. Seriously, borderline personality disorder.
And
That's
she
that
lived
PD,
with such delusion.
BPD.
So if
BPD.
she thought he cheated, she thought, oh, it's been going on for years. Oh, I wonder how long
Yeah.
it's been going. And then her sister
See,
would
see,
help
see,
her mind.
see, and you couldn't explain to her that it only happened once. Some of them just, you know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, man, she needs to just realize that if you're gonna say you're gonna trust somebody and forgive somebody, you got to do that. And so therefore,
I mean,
yeah,
that's true, but you also have to do your part to help that person forgive you.
I said
Reassure.
she wasn't here for. Do y'all remember what I was
Right.
saying? I agree with that.
Huh?
I was saying that
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
personally. I told him. I said he didn't do the things he should have did to reassure her. He should never
yes.
had that woman in there. He should be nowhere with her by himself.
Mm-mm.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He should. Oh, she shouldn't even have his number. She shouldn't be calling his cell phone. She should. See, here's the thing. This would
Come
have killed
on.
it all. If
Which
he would
one?
have gave his wife that phone number, if he would have gave her his wife's phone number from the beginning, when she called about the 11:30 meeting, his wife could have been the one that called him and said, "Hey, babe, the people called from the firm. They want you there at 11:30." She would have knew right then and there that it was a true meeting, and it would have killed
Mm-hmm.
all that
Yeah.
if he would have just gave her the phone number first and had his wife, you know what I'm saying, interacting with the old girl. But he
That's
didn't. He
true.
sat around and kept that a secret. So therefore, you know what I'm saying? And that's where he messed up at. So he deserved, to a certain extent, what he got. But she deserved what she got too, because she should have, as she found out that everything was legit, she should have came on and said, I forgive you. And he didn't want to work. He didn't
He didn't.
rectify. And also give us some. Yeah, I mean, he did try to give us something to look forward to. It was the machine.
Yeah, but he probably should have had like some kind of part-time job or something.
I
Like
agree.
he's so focused on that and he didn't care nothing about her. He just focused on this gonna make me some money. This is it. This is the
Mm-hmm.
dream. He was
Yeah.
too zoned in on that. So he forgot about all the other things that it takes to make a marriage work. If you focus only on yourself and what that's going to do, I think he was thinking like this is going to make our future big, but you can't
Mm-hmm.
just focus on that. It's more to a relationship and a
Yeah, you
marriage
gotta live in the
than
moment
focus
too
on
at
this.
times. You're right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You're right.
He should have did more.
You told me.
So he messed up and she messed up because he messed up by how
Mm-hmm.
he took things, how he focused only on that, and she messed up by allowing him to do it. Maybe she should say,
Exactly.
until you get your life right or until you're ready, you
so,
know,
so
maybe she
I
I,
should have
feel like
walked
there's a
away.
difference between supporting your man and allowing stuff to happen to you that you don't deserve because you want to keep a man.
Mm-hmm.
that's real. That's real.
She kept allowing things to happen that she didn't like nobody deserved, all because she wanted to keep
A man.
somebody by herself, which also shows a lack of self-love.
That's real.
Agree.
Pull up that
Agree.
chart. It said emptiness.
We're pulling it up. We're pulling it up.
BPD.
Oh,
BPD.
But
Seriously.
BPD.
let me ask this question. Let me ask this question real quick. Do y'all feel like she would have tripped and would have divorced him if he had never cheated from the beginning? So say he never cheated with that same lady when they was younger, and then that happened. That happened. They found the wallet in his what's name, and so you know what I'm saying. I still feel like she would have let him go all because she was tired of just having to take care of him. You know what I'm saying? Even outside the past cheating.
She took him back real quick the first time she saw them caught in the act cheating.
Yeah, but say that never happened. Do you feel like she would have kept him? Like, you know what I'm saying? When he said that, hey, listen, nah, this is a different lady. You know, I mean, this wallet and everything don't mean nothing. You feel me? Like she would have forgave him then. You feel like she would forgave him at like
Mm-hmm.
She
I
probably
think for me, he was in the truck. Why was it in the truck? Why was a woman in the
why she was in the truck? Cause you tripping.
like even if it was for like a meeting or whatever? Why was you in the truck?
Why
Like
y'all supposed to
where
meet at
did
a coffee
all
shop?
that sound? Like why
Me and my wife would have met her at her house or met her at the coffee shop together.
coffee
Like
shop?
that's what you were supposed to
Mm-hmm.
do, bro. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like you set tripping, bro. Like you feel me? But at the end of the day, I just feel like he brought that up on himself. But then again, he had to pay for what he did, and so she got to pay for what she did, and accept the fact that he bossed up after he left. So you can't come around no more. Like you jumped off the ship. What you want me to do?
Do you feel because he lacked a male presence to guide him through life that he didn't know how to be that man in her life?
That's a
that
good
could be
question, but
that could be a factor. True. Heck yeah. That could be a factor.
yeah,
That could
it
be it,
could
but
have
I
been.
think he was just a selfish and so obsessed, and I think that could be a part of it. But he was so obsessed with the dream, with the vision that he had, that he just lost sight of
Yeah.
everything else, and
Yeah,
that he couldn't even put the boundary to call the wife for the meeting. He just was
yeah,
trying to
Yeah.
get to the bag. Like he just was so gung-ho on reaching
yeah.
that.
Which
And even I think like maybe even if he would have had a father or even had a conversation with one of the other men in his life, there's a strong possibility he still would have been that obsessed with
Mm,
reaching that dream.
yeah.
Like
Mhm.
just because he was so like 18 years so focused on it.
Hmm. I feel you. I agree. I still. I'm gonna say this, and then you know what I'm saying. I just feel like at the end of the day, they both deserve what they got. At that, he didn't deserve to get killed, but I mean, like he deserved to get divorced, but she also deserved to get divorced too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
And that like they just wasn't. I feel like they both was in the marriage for the wrong reasons. But I think she was in it because she was dependent on him emotionally, and he was
Mhm.
dependent on her financially.
Yep, that's
And
it.
but I do feel like there was love there, but
Yeah. It was.
sometimes love could override. I mean, your neediness can override love and your
Mm-hmm.
thought process. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
you feel me?
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
and once they
I
called
don't
it
think
quits,
getting married was wise. I don't think getting married was wise.
yeah, it wasn't.
Because
They got
they,
married pretty fast.
That
yeah.
point, they probably should have waited for sure.
Yeah, never till they
So,
completely healed.
Lynette, I
Yeah.
asked this question earlier. Would you accept a bubblegum machine ring as your engagement ring?
What's the circumstances though? Is this person
Thank you. That's
The
all
movie,
he said.
wait?
the
That's
Oh
movie.
no,
it.
no. Like, is this person? Does this person is he successful or is he not successful? Is
He
because
Now
it
he
trying.
depends.
made
He
it.
trying.
He coming from the bottom. Now he here with a bubblegum machine
He
ring.
trying.
I mean, to be honest with you, if I'm in love, you know what I mean, and I believe in that person, then
That
I
girl
would.
got knowledge. That girl
I
got
would because
knowledge. That girl got knowledge.
that it's
Okay.
gonna be. I'm thinking or believing it's gonna be better. But that just depends on the circumstances. Like if he communicated with me, we talk, I know what he got going on, and then yeah, he probably proposed, and maybe
So
it
Lynette,
could be
you're
What if
gonna
it was
better.
an
would you
acrimony
another
situation?
But I
question. Would you marry a man with nothing going on? He ain't got nothing
no,
to bring to the table.
no, no,
But you'll
Nobody.
take the
no. He
bubblegum
gotta
machine
have
ring?
vision. Oh,
But what if
I'm
it was an
saying it depends on
acrimony
the
situation? An acrimony
huh.
situation, the same exact. What if it's the same exact scenario as the acrimony situation?
Dream don't
But
pay
he
no
ain't had
bill.
no.
He didn't have no what?
He in that situation, he didn't have no money. He wasn't working. He wasn't doing anything. So I mean, I feel like if we both was at the bottom coming up, then yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
would accept it because we both ain't got nothing. But I think on her level it was
That's
a little.
different. That's real. That's real.
Well,
She
they
had
said you shouldn't propose.
if a woman loves a man, and I know y'all know
Mm-hmm.
this,
Mm-hmm.
Here we
they
go.
gonna go hard for them. They gonna go hard for
Mm-hmm.
them no matter what the circumstances is, and can't nobody or anybody tell them anything about that man. I mean, until that woman wake up.
For herself.
But
Mm-hmm.
I want to say this. because I am a woman, right? And I
Mhm.
be around women, and I know how
Yeah.
we get down. We'll call a
Yeah.
thing love just to keep that man, but really it's
You.
just
True.
infatuation and fantasizing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Amen.
And then
Yeah.
sometimes we call it love, but we really don't want to be lonely.
That's
Exactly.
real.
Facts.
Sometimes we call it love because we see everybody else on social media taking boot up trips and Valentine's Day and
That's
da 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 da.
real.
And really, it
Mm-hmm.
ain't love. It's just lust.
That's
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's real now.
facts.
And we gonna keep trying to convince ourselves over and over and over. I love him. I love him. Love him. But the whole time it's fear of abandonment.
That's
True.
real. You BPD.
I'm getting older. I need to get some kids. I need to be settled down. Ain't no
Yeah.
other good man. Well, he
Yeah.
said he want me. He got my nails done. So
That don't mean nothing.
BPD. Listen, I'm gonna put this as my profile page. I'm gonna put BPD as my profile page. Y'all laughing, and I'm
oh,
serious. It's gonna be
so
BPD.
check this out. He making a good point. He has to compensate for not having no money. Some women do fall in love with the ting-a-ling ting. Okay.
I mean, but I don't think
Yeah,
that was
cause
her.
but she
That
said
wasn't.
that the next dude couldn't do it like him though.
She did. For you to be so big and to think so little. She
Yeah,
sure did.
yeah, she said it. You know what I'm saying? So that could have been what it is. That man was. I
She could be
told y'all
strong.
he was making up for it in other areas. Y'all don't want to hear me. I'm
Did
telling you.
He was laying. He was
That
laying it
man,
Laying
down.
it down.
Laying
listen, he did electrician and he laid pipe.
you? Electricity.
And he did, man, that man was a handyman. What you talking about?
Ain't
Yeah.
nobody got time.
So
But
listen,
I've seen women fall for men off of that. They just infatuated. Oh my God, he made me feel so good in my flesh. So
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
yeah. So I mean, so
strong.
I want to talk to Tyler Perry. I want to add him to this call and say,
Oh
hey,
Hey,
bro,
where
what you
you
thinking?
at?
Yeah, I
You
want
send him the
everybody to
link?
say, huh?
You send
I
him the
see,
link?
I don't follow Jit, but I'm saying, hey, bro, I need you and Taraji. Come on, man, and bring old boy too.
20 years later, she was.
She wasn't tired. Exactly, she wasn't tired. She found her a good thing.
Man, crazy.
Listen.
So
Told y'all.
This
Send
discussion.
TD the link.
TD
Oh boy. Oh Lord.
but y'all need to stop, boy.
Let's not start on that.
Woo!
Oh,
Well, y'all need to stop, boy. Hey,
Acrimony.
leave
but
that for this.
you know, so because I'm finna get ready to slide too soon. But I just in a nutshell, I just feel like he was just, you know what I'm saying? He was needy, she was needy, but she kind of threw in the towel at the wrong time. And I feel like it was bound to happen, but I feel like she should, if she was gonna do it, she should have did it sooner.
I think
But do
other things happened. That wallet was the turning point.
But can't nobody listen.
And before finding the wallet, I can remember her saying something either to her sister or something, saying he's not being as intimate with me anymore, and
Feels her
he
friend.
has a larger appetite, and I notice he's not doing it. So that means he's giving
Yeah.
her energy. So that's where the delusion and paranoid began again.
But at the end of the day, and that's what I
That
mean. Like,
wallet just
I feel like at that point you was already trying to head out the door. So you shouldn't, because listen, don't nobody know your spouse more than you. So at the end of the day, if your spouse say, hey, listen, babe, I know everybody else don't believe me, but I need you to believe me. Like, I promise you. And then I ain't do nothing. Like, and you'll know when your spouse lying. You know your spouse lying, and you can see the truth. She even said it. She
but
was
when
like,
you got a
I
mental
believed
health
them.
issue, you
But
talking
she said
from
she
a
believed
trained
them.
place.
She said she believed them though. So at that point, you still had in the back of your mind to divorce him from the beginning. Once you start feeling like he wasn't giving out, he wasn't putting out no more. She said it. Like, she told him at the end, like, I believed him when he said that he ain't do nothing. I can see it in his face. Okay, so you still decide to go through with the divorce. Therefore, you had another reason why you divorced him. It's probably because you wanted an old boy. You want a
Nah,
tall dude.
she just was not sane. I think she was triggered, and it took her to
Yeah.
a place, and
Of anger.
Well,
Mhm.
he dodged the bullet then. Well, I guess he ain't dodged a good enough bullet because he still got his butt.
he got one in his.
Yeah, he got one on his side. You
He
feel me?
ain't
But
die. He ain't died
how
in that
you
movie,
know?
did he? He didn't die.
How you know?
Ain't they making another one? Or no? Is that fake?
I don't know.
Yeah, I was mad that
Mm.
they could drag this to the bottom too. I wanted her to live, man.
I've been
Because I
seeing
felt
the
they had too
little.
much influence on their relationship.
Mm,
I want her to live, bro. I hope she ain't dead. I hope they make a part 2. I need her to come back for revenge.
they was. I seen a little screening,
Borderline
unless that was fake.
revenge.
Come on, Taraji. I'm gonna text Tyler and be like, hey, Jet, get right. Get your stuff together, bro. We need a backstory to this here.
Him, TD Jakes, and P. Diddy, they caught up in litigations and stuff. So I don't know how.
I'm good on texting them. I don't want them boys to be in my DMs. I'm straight. And I mean that literally. I mean that literally.
Oh, Lord.
So they had to pull them out the theater. But y'all. Well, listen, we need to do this again though. My phone can actually die soon. But we need to do this again though. I'm down to do this more often. With her last topic, with that topic she had. Because I feel like
about the marriage and joint bank
sharing
account.
money.
Yeah, so we can, you know what I'm saying? We can set a date to try it again though, man. Because I feel like these conversations need to be had, and I feel like it's kind of healthy at certain points to kind of see, two different views.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So
Everybody.
I appreciate y'all, man. And,
yes, everybody, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you, Marissa. Thank you, Digits. Thank you, Favor Lynette. Okay. Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, JG. Listen, we had a great conversation. Until next time, we out.
We got
Peace.